Underdog Daily. Just say for the members only because I'm getting accustomed to saying for the members only so much recently. I love it, but not today. Forward facing for everybody, hanging out. Black and Yellow Dog app platform of the people. We're going to talk Monday Night Football. We're going to talk recap of the weekend football that was. No winner circle today. First week without a winner circle guest. Hopefully, we will have one next week because it will be the Dawg Bowl this week. So I'm getting jacked up. Schedule is going to be like pretty same for us with the omission of Thursday. There, we'll probably do something forward facing today, obviously, as you guys are seeing right now. We'll do something tomorrow for the hoops slate. We'll do something Wednesday for the hoops slate, and then Nez and I will be out on Thursday, and then we'll be doing live shows on both Friday and Sunday. So should be good.
Yeah, it's going to be very fun, very exciting week. Going to be a really fun weekend for us and for those involved. And yeah, gonna try to get out a bunch of content in regards to the weekend while we're out there. So hopefully that doesn't we don't wear out our welcome, because I really want to get people like vicariously involved in the experience.
No, yeah, I think that's a good move. I mean, we speak so highly and speak so glowingly about the Dawg Bowl, just from the last prior year's experience and stuff. And I'm bad about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not an influencer. I'm not a content guy. Like, we do these shows together and stuff like that. But I've really fully showcased it to the best of my abilities. We take a couple nice pictures here and there. You get the media package after you leave, and we share it on the X machine. But yeah, I think that's a good goal for us this week, Nez, to be a little bit more diligent about sharing the experience with everybody, because I'm truly jacked up, man. This is a great week, man. We got best ball season on. Permission to start looking at your portfolio here, because we got best ball season wrapping up this weekend here and pushing into the playoffs. So regular season portion wrapping up. So that's going to be fun, man. Really looking forward to just hanging out in real life with some members of the community and drafting these games together, drafting some goal line stands together.
Yeah, no, it's gonna be fun, man. Always a great time. I'm really looking forward to it.
Absolutely. Yes, Dawg Bowl is in Kansas City. I don't know about the tonsils part. Shout out to David here, dropping off 5 Badge Bros memberships at the door. He can't even stick around for the show, but he still rolls through with the membies. True legend of the community here. And that's kind of what this community is all about, man. Just endless, continuing support. Love it so much. Thank you, David, for that. Seen some friends and family in the chat, obviously. The cheese, give the cheese a little shout out every time there. Nez, what'd you get up to this weekend, dude? You obviously got your Christmas tree behind you there. Permission to start decorating your homes now that it is December 1st. Permission is granted on my behalf. I know Nez was way ahead of the curve on that one, and some of you guys are truly sick and deranged, but December 1st is the actual day you're allowed to do it. Nez, how's your weekend?
It was good. Pretty low key, really just like made it a holiday weekend, and
Nice.
didn't do much. Just binged like Stranger Things. I don't even really love that show like that, but like it's good. It was a good watch. It's good slop.
Okay.
Slop. So
we started one of them on, it was Friday night, maybe Friday night or Saturday, something like that. So we've watched one. We got one down the hatch right now, but we haven't played the full binge pickup yet. Did you do any shopping? Little Black Friday deals or anything?
Did some cyber shopping. Some did a little bit of Amazon here and there. Nothing too crazy. What about you? Did you? Or is that your forte?
Dude, I done messed up in a big way here. I let the wife drag me to the mall yesterday afternoon during the second quarter of the Hawks game there, and I was moping around, dragging ass like Michael Cera meme, head down, kicking dirt, kicking rocks, didn't want to be there, not realizing that it would be like the trickle-down effects of Black Friday weekend. So it was just so effing busy, right? Normally I'm, this mall, pretty legit. It's got a skate park in the back of it. It's got a hockey store that's like larger than life kind of thing, and it's got a Bass Pro. Like that's my music. Normally I'd be pretty stoked to be going to a place like this. I was not having any of it yesterday, and she was like,
Vancouver should have ever heard ever, by the way.
why did you even come? Like, you're just making this a miserable experience until we get to Winners. Do you guys have Winners in the States?
No, what's that?
It's the same as like Ross. It's like the discount like stuff that didn't sell at a department store elsewhere that goes there. It's like Nordstrom Rack, like that sort of vibe, right? So we're rolling through this one, and I'm just staring at my phone, looking at the game scores, and man, like Wolverine meme, what I'm missing out on watching Red Zone right now, and I look over to my right, Mitchell and Ness throwback Nuckies jersey with the old 25-year patch on it, the old Canuck Place patch on it, whatever, just sitting there, size large, $150 off, like $89, dude. Copped it on the spot, and then my day was fucking turned around.
He's back. He's all the way back. I didn't do like a ton of shopping. I got these I upgraded my AirPods for like $70, but just speaking of like the Christmas spirit and shopping, shout out to T-Box. Shout out T-Box. He posted on I think it was on X, all of this like Chex Mix ingredients, and I was like, dude, like I love Chex Mix. Like I wish I was at your house. Yeah. And he hit me up in the DMs, and he was like, hey, like I'm not trying to be weird, but like what's your address? Like I'll send you some Chex Mix. So I get a package. It says 2 T-Box or 2 Nez from T-Box. Yeah. And he gives me a big fucking Tupperware of, look at this, dude. This is an insane piece of Tupperware. Told me to keep it. Told me to keep the Tupperware. This is 15 cups, 3.7 liters. This is so much Chex Mix, man. I've been going to town on this, and I barely made a dent.
That's unbelievable, man. Okay, dude. So let's break it down. Let's pop the top on that thing. Let's see what he's working with in the Chex Mix. So you guys call it the Chex Mix, because we call it like bits and bites when you make it at home.
It is no. Do not call this shit bits and bites to me. You're out of my house.
Okay, so it's always called Chex Mix.
It sure as fuck isn't called bits and bites. What the fuck is that?
Bits and bites, or have you ever heard nuts and bolts?
Nuts and bolts. We got screwed.
I guess so, dude. Nuts and bolts is another name for it too. Okay, let's see what we're working with, and I'll tell you if it's nuts and bolts or what.
All right, I mean it's Chex Mix, but I'll give you my opinion on it. So
here we go. See, I'm not alone here. Nuts and bolts. We got some nuts and bolts in the house.
So you got your classic these things.
These things.
You got the rye chips, which the rye chips are they're very controversial. I'm a big fan of the rye chips. Some mini pretzels here. The one thing that the T-Box family does is they put a lot of nuts in these, so it's very nutty. Mm-hmm. So we got I don't know what kind of nuts these are. Some peanuts. There's some almonds in here. So there's some good fats and good proteins in here. So they got the macros really down pat.
Yeah,
really good macros. Good. Yeah, and it goes hard. It's nice, if you're binge, you're binge watching. I was catching up on Pluribus. I was catching up on Chair Company, binge watching Stranger Things this weekend. Really had myself a time with this Chex Mix. So shout out to T-Box, man. Just the goat of all goats. And not only did he send me like Chex Mix, he sends me a golf glove, a FootJoy golf glove. He sends me tees and a sleeve of Strixons. I mean,
what a beauty, man.
Literally just like one of one, man. Just one of one. I highly recommend becoming a VIP member of the T-Box Club, because he treats his members like gold.
That's a beautiful thing. Shout out to T-Box. That's great, man. Holiday spirit all around there. Yeah, man. That's sweet. All right, Nez, what do you say we push on with the program here? I guess a natural segue from there would be to talk a little Cyber Monday for a hot second here, because the proud supporters of the program are doing such. We gave a shout out to the Solver here, guys. We'll be using the Solver on the program today there. They have a Solver 20 that is still up. Promo code Solver 20% off the Solver Draft Assistant there for our games there. We got 2 price points for both the NBA and the NFL. Shout out to the good people at the Unabated, the beautiful interface here. 40% off for Cyber Monday. Let you guys read through that. I'll post all of these in the chat right quick. There is the Solver link. There is the Unabated link. You guys can go check that out there and use all the fun stuff that we use every damn day on this program. And then last call for the evergreen content that is the masterclass, 40% off with the promo code Turkey, with those 3 beautiful smiling faces at the bottom there, giving you more roundtable discussions in your earbuds. All right, Nez, let's talk about the weekend that was in terms of football. We'll jump on over here. As you guys can see, a little bit lighter volume for your boy because I thought I had a little more time on a Sunday morning to do my usual routine, but everybody filled the bomb. Everybody was thirsty to recoup their Turkey Day winnings and or losses and get in the football streets yet again, despite us talking about how quote unquote gross and low scoring or potentially low scoring the slate could have been. People are still frothy. So your boy missed the bomb. He missed the fullback dive. Only got 43 of them, I believe that says in the main there. Yeah. How about yourself, Nez?
I lost. Let's see here. Let's do it from a percentage standpoint, because I'm used to, playing the Dawg Bowl like crazy. I made $70 on the goal line stand. Hold your applause. 36 entries there, and then lost a little over 50% on the main slate. Played the QB sneak. Played 4 bombs. So that made that was like the majority of my monetary volume on the main slate. But yeah, I mean, the slate played out as ugly as we expected it to. Just really, 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 really gross.
Yeah,
maybe even grosser than we could have expected.
Yeah, very low scoring slate, and also like a lot of the quote unquote monster good chalk at the top there, where everybody thought, oh yeah, man, they're gonna lay it on thick against the Vikings at home there. And yeah, they do, but it doesn't come by way of JSN in any regard. He has 0 points at halftime. The JSN resurgence tour, I'm never having a take ever again. I thought we could get a little something here with a change, and nope, they put up 0 points there. Yeah, there was a lot of ugly stuff. It was basically you needed Bijan, you needed Trey McBride, and then you needed Nico Collins. Basically, were or Devontae Adams. You kind of needed the right hand side of the board teams there, and then you needed to pair it up with Jacoby Brissett, who just continues to throw a shit ton. So in the main contest there, I see Raise It up here. I see Rotosurgeon. Shout out to some members of the community there. But shout out to B Sam, who takes it down with that Jacoby Brissett, Trey McBride there. Nico Collins gets Ladd to fall back a little bit there. Pairs Ladd with Kamani Vidal. Vidal only coming in at 39%. Turned out to be a really good play there. We talked about that as one of our favorite scrolls. And then Bijan, who was 100% owned, who honestly could have had even bigger day if he had scored on his first attempt at the goal line instead of not scoring and then letting Algier score the second time there. So Bijan really broke the slate in a big way. He was the have to have it guy.
Yeah. I wish I had more Bijan. Didn't get to quite as much because I was doing a lot of the wide receivers because I like so much of the RB scrolls. But yeah, great team here. Always like kind of shocking when you can win 30K with 12 points in your lineup. But yeah, just a really nice team, man. Really nice team. I mean, shout out Jacoby Brissett. Loved the Arizona stuff all week.
Just needed it with
Team
Trey.
Jacoby, dude.
Yeah, and didn't have to play whack-a-mole on those wide receivers. Had to go elsewhere for wide receivers. Only one wide receiver on Sunday slate, over 100 yards there. That was 80 Mitchell. So, I mean, really low wide receiver scoring week. It was Nico Collins, it was Devontae Adams, and then it was whatever other points you could salvage. And most of them were not at the back end there because, Tet had the one play. But outside of that, all those back end wide receiver clumps that had ADPs were basically Justin Jefferson-esque with just zeros and stuff. Yeah. Any other contests we should hit on? Bachelor's Brawl real quick here. Rob Rhodes, shout out to Rob Rhodes here. Takes it down with a Josh Allen, Trey McBride. Then he was able to put Nico Collins and Devontae Adams together alongside Bijan and HN. That was effectively the highest scoring kind of like foursome of flex positions you could assemble. Logically, I guess for a 3-person draft, I guess you could have done like 80 Mitchell or something like that. We'll take a look at the goal line stand. I'm actually interested to see if the goal line stand, it's not a higher scoring team.
I'm not sure. I'm sorry, John. I'm shaking my head because I'm disappointed in the winner. I mean, no offense, Mr. Rhodes, but like, where's the scrolls? What is this?
Yeah.
I thought
this was the Bachelor's Brawl.
Cool. That's cool. The first 2 rounds of EBM. Where's AD Mitchell?
Yeah.
What is this? We got to do better as a community. We have to do better than this. I'm sorry, Mr. Rhodes. Congratulations on your goat horns. I'm quite frankly upset and disappointed.
I love it. I love it. JCam saying the scroll cost him the top 3 finish. Oh, you hate to see it, my friend. You hate to see it. Yeah, we'll take a look at the goal line stand here. Your boy almost salvaged the week here. I was quite proud of this lineup and quite proud of this play in general. I jammed it on the redacted side, but then I went Galbrain and didn't play Bijan Robinson on the other side. John Mechie dropped 3 balls, one of which would have been a walk-in touchdown, 2 in the red zone there. So that would have got home in a big way. But did the Ty God plus the double Jets guys off of the Bijan, then played Kamani Vidal, and then, whatever tight end. Tyler Warren in this isolated instance. So really liked this one. Salvaged to top 10. Shout out to Cell 12, who had a Jacoby Brissett team there. Brenton Strange aged quite well. It was a naked Jacoby team. And then, just found a bunch of points. You needed Bijan, and then the rest was kind of like you could just find scores.
Yeah, and I hate to do this. I really do. But, like, I'm kind of desperate for a win. Do I get credit for the AD Mitchell breakout for being a week early? Do I get credit?
Nez, just because it was so far off the radar in terms of our site. It was talked about as a pivot on the redacted site.
Yeah.
It was so far, off the board, and you were buying into the target share. You were buying into the underlying metrics because the box scores were not there. The Mechie box scores were there. But if you click on the AD Mitchell, like the box scores are not there to support this. I'm going to score you 1 directionally accurate. How does that sound?
I'll take a little around the horn. Like just 1 point. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you the boop, 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 and like get you up like 4. I'm not giving you the Woody Page here, but I'm giving you I'm giving you 1. I'm giving you 1 on the directionally accurate.
Okay. I'll take it. It's kind of all I have at this point. So thank you.
Love it. Shout out to Captain James. I did see this in the screenshots there. He's giving it to Nez, but he won the hurry up with AD Mitchell and second in the Deposit Kingdom. Love to see that. I was not in the hurry up, but I will jump over to the Deposit Kingdom real quick for you. Second place finish for Captain James there with that 80 Mitchell 20.20 at 0.67% owned there. Matched Kumani Vidal score there. Shout out to the Schwain Bomber, a name in which we've said on the program before. Also scrolling down to that Alec Pierce one. We talked about Alec Pierce on the show on Friday as well. So yeah, these scrolls paying big dividends on such an ugly week here when the chalk was more fragile than we originally gave credit at the wide receiver position. Big shouts there. Big shouts to the community here as I pull up. We got the core home, Nez. Shout out to us. Got a big core win there for the people on the Pick'em streets. Off and on the clock there. We talked about Kev, the rotosurgeon there, having back-to-back good weeks there. A top 6 performance for him. Here's Captain James's winner at the top here. Goat Horns is up there as well. And shout out to Anthony, who tagged us in some nice tweets here. Anthony had a nice, strong team here with the Chris Olave play that you were so highly of there, Nez. And then, wow, 18% only on Bucky Irving. Also had a touchdown called back there. So that one could have aged better. And then shout out to Ben, who had the Tyrod Taylor to AD Mitchell mini stack there for a 4th place finish. I believe that was a goal line stand team as well. Shout out to Ben for that one.
Yeah, that is such a dope team, man. That's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I was waiting to see. That's what I wanted to see. Wait, how many fantasy points did Bucky end up with? He could have obviously, like you said, had that touchdown called back, but
15 point some odd. Dude, my apologies. Sorry to cut you off here, Nez. My apologies to Ben. This is not a goal line stand team. This is truly a ball knowers scroll team. This was in the mini royale. Shout out to the mini royale, 4th in the mini royale with a 0.75% Tyrod and 80 Mitchell in there. That's badass.
That is absolutely nuts. All I was gonna say was, Bucky. I didn't know if he, like what he ended up with in terms of fantasy points.
Yeah, 15 point something.
Yeah, man. I mean, kind of. Again, like I'm not. This is not patting on the back, but just kind of like in terms of like how the Bucky run out happened and how it resulted. The talk was like, they're gonna ease him back in, but I really did feel like it was so mental for Bucky that all he had to do was kind of get out there and like take a hit or two, and then like he'd be like, yeah, I'm good, coach. And he played 54% of snaps, which like, okay, like, yeah, he did kind of split the work, but he has 79% of the rush attempts and ran 37% of routes. So like, it really did just kind of take him just kind of like getting back out there and like realizing that he's okay and he can play football again to kind of, which is like good to see. Bucky's a really good football player and we need him back on the field for viewing purposes. But yeah, man, Bucky is like totally and completely back. I'm not sure if he's on the main slate for next week, but gotta imagine that he's a pretty fun play given the workload that he just received.
Yeah, people are definitely going to be interested in it. People were scared at first because Rachaad White was the one who started the game, and Rachaad White scored a receiving touchdown, but got it called back as well. So it was like kind of like this weird situation that could have broke multiple ways, where like the Bucky week definitely could have been much better if he gets credit for that first touchdown, but also could have been much worse because if Rachaad White scores, they take his touchdown off the board too. So a little bit of push-pull there with that one. But yeah, they are going to be 8.5 point favorites by the look of it at home versus the Saints. So yeah, people are going to be frothy to play Bucky on the main slate here as we work toward next weekend.
Yeah, and he played. Yeah, that's a really sick spot for him too.
Actually, random thought, Nez. Well, we got 3 good basketball slates this week. We should probably save all of our football for the live show on Friday, right? I was thinking like maybe there'd be some credence because it's Dawg Bowl week to like do a goal line stand or like do like a little segment to like get the people a little more jacked up because it's Dawg Bowl week. What do you think?
Yeah, maybe just Friday, like you said.
Yeah. I think we'll save it.
I think so.
Just for a big hammer show in the live show. All right. Okay, that was a pretty good synopsis of both the weekend and shouting out the community winners there. Let's turn the page and talk a little hoops here. I will bring up a couple different resources as I go here, but just kind of lay of the land for you. How far are you in your process here, Nez? As I set the scene for the slate that is today, we have 4 teams on the back-to-back, 3 of which back-end back-to-back. Let me be more clear there. One game we actually saw last night, which is kind of a bizarre scheduling thing. The Hornets are playing Utah for the second night in a row in Utah, so kind of odd there. Keynote had like one of the worst basketball games ever maybe last night in that one, so we'll see what happens there. But no injury reports from them yet. No injury reports from the Lakers yet. Atlanta has already submitted and Cleveland has already submitted. So those are the 5 teams on the back end back-to-back. We got 9 total games on the slate. And then front end back-to-back is Washington, who has already ruled out Alex Sarr. Before getting into the nitty-gritty and the totals and all that fun stuff, where are you at in your process? How you feel about the slate? Do you like the dynamics of the current drafting landscape?
Yeah, I did 10 buzzer beaters and 60 Monday Night Hoops so far. Most of
Mhm.
those done before noon Eastern, before the answers to the test came out, and you know, got most of that stuff right. So I feel like I was drafting all the players that I wanted to. It was really kind of coming down to like 1v1s and 2v2s of what I was drafting
Sure.
at a certain point, because it was just like, yeah, at every round I knew who I wanted. So I'm like mega concentrated right now. And I can't decide if like how to proceed with the rest of the day with that.
Okay.
Is it, do I want to continue to remain concentrated and play 150? Do I want to stop at 80? Do I want to stop at 100? Like, if I know what I like and those are the bets I want to make, or do I like, diversify for the sake of diversifying, which I think
Right.
kind of is the right answer. But yeah, I'm kind of like not sure how to handle this. I'm gonna wait and see how ADP moves and what drafts look like. I think I'm gonna play it by ear. I think, but I feel pretty good about what I've got so far.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, I like that stance. Feeling good about your bags at this point in the day is always going to be, a
Yeah,
nice pat on the back endeavor right there. We'll talk about some of those spots in which you are in on there as we work through the slate. Yeah, Utah. If I misspoke, yes, it's Utah playing. It's weird, man. Houston is in Utah for the second day in a row. They played yesterday, and then they're staying there and playing again this evening. So yeah, it's just a weird little wrinkle to the schedule there. I don't know as to why that is, but yeah, it's just not something you genuinely see when a team stays in the same city. Usually they play the other team in said city. Like, it's kind of weird. Like, if you stay in New York, you play Brooklyn one day, you play the Knicks the other day. You do it with LA, you play the Clippers one day, you play the Lakers the other day, kind of thing. But yeah, there's a weird one last week too, where the Bucks played the Knicks in New York, and then the next night, and Brooklyn was playing at home that night as well, and then they both played a back-to-back traveling back to Milwaukee. I don't know. There's just like
that is really weird.
some weird things where it's just like, dude, they're already in New York. Just go to the Barclays. I don't know. It's weird. Um, yeah. Uh, yeah, Nez, I guess, first things first, it's a Joker slate. It's a P-tag Joker slate. It's a Giannis P-tag slate. Yeah, Giannis only played 19 minutes in the second night of that back-to-back that we were talking about there with Brooklyn. They beat the brakes off of him. Kevin Porter Jr. is back there as well. So I'm anticipating Giannis this evening. I'm anticipating Joker this evening. We also have a probable tag on Anthony Davis, and they're missing some front court depth there. May or may not be without PJ Washington, where there was a really weird situation yesterday, last game of the slate. On yesterday's slate, PJ Washington rolls his ankle in warmups. He's still active for the team. He's still a player, but he's not swap eligible, and it was just too bad. So sad in terms of just bad injury run out and variance for the people that drafted him yesterday. Jalen Duren with the P tag looks like he should be good to go. Is there anything that you have your Windhursts up about with potential rest? Like, LeBron didn't play yesterday. Are you good with, LeBron playing today? Do you think there's any chance that we get a Luka or a Reeves sit when that gets submitted? Any leans for you future coming here?
No, not really. I mean, I've earlier in the season I was like definitely kind of like had my guard up about Luka rest spots and whatnot, but like,
Sure.
hey man, Luka, you gotta hand it to Luka, man. He's playing almost all of his games, and he's playing like big time minutes, minutes. So like, shout out Luka, man. I mean, he is like really kind of carrying this team, and yeah, playing good basketball, playing a lot. No, I don't have any concerns about him. Reeves, I think maybe could, because he had that groin, a few, like a last week or so ago.
Yeah.
Could potentially see him sit, but I'm not drafting him regardless because he goes ahead of LeBron, and I'm not drafting Reeves over
Okay.
LeBron, bro. Like,
yeah, you're not doing Reeves
on.
over Braun. Yeah, okay. I got you. Yeah, Reeves has had some really nice box scores. He's been playing some really good basketball. He's kind of agnostic to when Braun was there, but when Braun was there, it was kind of some of more of his ramp up games, like Braun's only played 3 so far, I believe. Let me just double check my math. 4. so far there, and then sat yesterday's one. So yeah, there could be a little bit of he comes in, he goes out, or he comes in and directly impacts the usage there. So was LeBron one of your stands there, Nez, that you liked him way more than ADP today?
Yeah, that was. I thought that was kind of crazy where
Okay.
he was going. So he's one of my highest drafted players. Yeah.
All right. Sounds good. Shall we walk through game by game basis here and just talk about the relevant players?
I think it's a good idea.
All right, let's do it. Jumping over to the beautiful unabated interface there. 232 in the first game here. 10 by way of the Bucks, according to the unabated line here. As I said, Kevin Porter Jr. is back. He played, I thought he played really well in his first game there. I think he only played 20. Let me just check my math to make sure. He played 24 minutes, but they did something weird, man. They started him alongside Ryan Rollins. So I don't know if this is going to be the norm going forward there. Could cannibalize one another a little bit more. I think we'd probably like one as the lead handling role with the first unit or secondary option to Giannis, and then the other one to come off the bench, but they could be playing alongside each other. So just things to think about in the future here. Probably not playable in our game tonight with potentially still being capped minutes-wise, especially, still being capped minutes-wise, but just thinking out loud with that one. As I said, Alex Sarr has already been ruled out in this ball game. I'm filibustering till I get the newest injury report. There we go. Yes, Alex Sarr has already been ruled out in this one. Corey Kispert is out with that thumb that we were tilting over the other night there. And then Trey Johnson is still out in that one. And then on the Bucks side, Giannis with the probable tag, evergreen reminder, Giannis probable tags. And then Gary Trent Jr. was added with a right thumb sprain. He is questionable in this one, still without Taurean Prince and some of the G Leaguers there. Thoughts on the first game here, draftable pieces, anyone you're interested in. Bucks first, Nez.
Yeah, I mean, I was taking Giannis 2 for a while, and then Luka flipped him, so now I'm taking Luka 2. Just, don't want to be way over concentrated on any of the top 3, trying to be as even as possible there. But Giannis against the Wiz seems like a smash spot. I mean, dude, am I reading this right? Against Brooklyn? I know they smashed Brooklyn. Giannis only played 20 minutes against Brooklyn.
Yeah.
He only put up 29 points. He put up 29, 8, 2, and 2 in 20 minutes.
Yeah. And you know what the funny thing was, Nez, is there was a quote after the game there because he only played 28 minutes against the Knicks, and I believe they lost that ball game. And then he came out with the quotes post game and was like, forget the 28 cap. I'm playing 30 tomorrow night. We're winning this game, like blah, blah, blah about the Nets. And then he only had to play 18 minutes or 19 minutes or whatever it was. But there was a direct quote because he was talking about, Yeah,
that's sweet.
Yeah.
So like Giannis, obviously, enough said, man. But like, they are 10-point favorites here against the Wizards, and man, I would take the Bucks side of that like any day.
Mm-hmm.
The Bucks right now, I think, are like pretty good. They are deeper than I think people realize, and Ryan Rollins like emergence is just such a big deal. It's such a big deal, man. Like, we joke about Ryan Rollins from a fantasy standpoint, but just from a real life standpoint, man, Ryan Rollins is like that dude. He like is an efficient scorer. He's really good on defense, and just like really brings like a hugely positive element to this Bucks team. He projects well, and I get it, but like for me, it's just a little bit of a blowout concern here.
Yeah.
But he's totally fine in the 6th, man. Like, he's mixable in the 6th. But it's Giannis and Rollins for me. But just one time for Ryan Rollins, man, because he's that dude. He's really, really good.
Okay. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah. Apologies need to be louder than disrespect. It's true. Hey, the people will see. Now that Kevin Porter Jr. is back, the people will see. The people will see what the true scoring dynamic of the offense could have looked like the whole time here. But that's, purely a fantasy based take there. Davis, thank you for dropping off a Batch Bros membership. If you were the recipient, say thank you to our guy. Shout out to Awen. But are you comfortable playing Giannis and Ryan Rollins together?
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Maybe you could tell yourself a story that they pair well together, because if they are both, like, I think their minutes are pretty highly correlated.
Yep.
So if Giannis is out there putting up fantasy points for a while, Ryan Rollins probably is too. I don't think Ryan Rollins is going to cannibalize what Giannis does. So I think you can. I honestly don't see why not.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Let's talk about the Wizards side there, Nez. Is there anything that piques your interest here? Going to be a little bit thinner, as we noted off the top there, with no Trey Johnson, no Alex Sarr, and no Corey Kispert there. People probably want to, jam a little bit of Keyshawn George in the last round, maybe some CJ McCollum after the big effort. What was it, 2 games ago? He dropped 59 fantasy points on our site against Atlanta there. Yeah, anything to get, inspired about here or get interested in?
I think Keyshawn George is somebody that you can think about getting to, but ultimately, I don't think we're going to have any Wizards here. I just think this Milwaukee team is good, and I don't think it's going to be a competitive game at all. So probably good on all Wizards. I have a ton of Sarr to swap though. Sarr was such a sick play, man. He was one of those plays that really no matter how it broke, it was great. Like you get, if he's, obviously you prefer he plays at the ADP that he was, but now he does have a lot of swaps, which, nothing bad with, having the extra information, but he was so cheap. He was so cheap in this spot. But now that he's out, I mean, I'm not swapping to a Wizard. That's for sure.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. Yeah. I think if you want to sprinkle CJ in the last round, if you want to sprinkle Keyshawn George, it feels fine. Never Balil Coulibaly, even on short slates. Just doesn't give you enough of a ceiling. I mean, I'm waiting for the tail end of the season where we can finally get like 35 minutes of Cam Whitmore, 35 minutes of Vukovic, and like these guys who are like high rates guys when afforded the opportunity with short rotations. We're still just not there tonight. We got to get rid of this. I'll make a note of this. I did see that. Who said it in the chat? Someone just said it. Jumfrey just said it. We got to get rid of the poly market scraper because like it just really screws up the best line dynamics because
are their lines that soft, or is it just
they're just bettable markets that have like hedged edges, right? So it's like you can offer the price at whatever you want it to be and then fluctuate it as money trickles in on one side or the other. So it's just like it's always going to look like an extreme outlier.
Yeah, I mean, I have some other like sweepstakes books there too that are always the best line, but that's the hold column is never bright green though.
Right. Yeah. It's just I don't know. It's like shares and stuff too. It's silly. Anyways, it's interesting. Let's talk about that another day. 232.5 in this next one by way of the unabated line there. We get a 9.5 for the Pistons here. Two of the people want to get really excited in normie basketball circles right now and talking about like all NBA and talk about, the big stars emerging here. And people are getting really excited to talk about Cade in that conversation and talk about Jalen Johnson in that same breath there, Nez. So from a real life basketball standpoint, this one seems pretty interesting just to see, two young stars going up against one another like that, two decently high usage guys as well there, but definitely some moving pieces here. Obviously no Trae Young still for the Hawks, and they are without Kristaps Porzingis as well. He got ruled out. So Onyeka is going to come into our lives in the last round. Same with Dyson Daniels. Jalen Duren has the probable tag here. We love this matchup so much more once Kristaps gets ruled out for him there. But the Pistons are relatively full, man, outside of a Q tag on Duncan Robinson there. Levert's back. Marcus Sasser is out, but he's going to be returning. soon. But Jaden Ivey's been playing an uptick here. Asar's always kind of like soft capped at that 25 and like not really playable on our site. But there's a lot of Pistons bodies here.
Yeah, yeah. They're big favorites. Hard to tell on your screen, but they are in fact big time favorites here. Almost 10 points. 10 points in some places that you do look. Partly because the Hawks just played double OT, and all these guys are playing again. Like 50 minutes or 45 minutes for pretty much the entire starting lineup. But man, if there's anybody that can handle a back-to-back of 45 minutes, it's the Hawks pieces. And I believe we got their injury report, or like you said, we at least got Kristaps ruled out. So I'm assuming everybody is in. And I'm giving just a very slight dock to Jalen Johnson, and that being like I'm taking James Harden over him.
Sure. Yep.
And then mixing in some of the other Hawks pieces in Dyson, Nah, and man, maybe some Onyeka. I had so much Okongwu last night, bro. So much.
Yeah.
And in double OT, just absolutely flops. Just really, 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 really annoying. So I'm kind of angry at him, but he's a good pick. But he's a good pick again. You know, without Kristaps, he's always looking like a good pick. So yeah, if they didn't just come off a back-to-back, I would be way more interested in the Hawks. But this it seems kind of difficult to love them tonight off the back-to-back. But maybe that's a trap to not just simply go for it. You know.
Yeah, no, I get the apprehension, dude, especially when they're 10-point dogs on the road here that like, hey man, if it goes south like early in this one, all their stars played 47, 44, 40, whatever last night, that like, okay, this is an easy, like pump the brakes a little bit. We don't want anybody to get hurt tonight. Wave the white flag like way too early and see if the bench can like get us back into things, you know? Like, hey, Keaton Wallace, go shoot us back into a game. And if it doesn't happen, here's 28 minutes for you, kind of thing.
Yeah. It's gonna be tricky. The Pistons are so strong right now too. I wish this wasn't in these circumstances, because this would be a fun game. It still could be a really fun game. Don't get me wrong. It's just like it's messing with the way that I'm thinking about the game.
Sure.
I'll say that much.
Yeah. In terms of like projection and stuff like that, like Jalen will belong where he is at ADP. And then I'd venture to guess that Onyeka will project the best out of this group. So there's probably a little bit of leverage in getting to Onyeka or Dyson Daniels in the last round there. And then Nah will kind of be like, you know, he's been shooting the lights out kind of vibe where it's like, if he gets hot and he can carry from an offensive standpoint, you know, just because someone else gets the Asar Thompson treatment, you know, this could be a decent spot for him.
Yeah, that's a good point. And Onyeka does barely edge out Dyson for the better projection there.
Yeah.
I like Nah a lot, man. I think you just gotta lean into what we're seeing from Nah and play him. I like Nah a lot.
Yeah, I like it too, man. I think the plan for this team is like take Jalen at like 5, 6, 7 in that range, and then probably never let him fall beyond that, and then mix and match one other piece in the last round, and probably never Onyeka plus Jalen Johnson, although it still can get home. But like Onyeka kind of as his own, Dyson as his own, probably not pairing them a ton together.
No, I don't think so either.
Okay, anybody draftable on the Pistons now that they're pretty full? I mean, things could change with Duncan Robinson if Duncan Robinson, you know, sits tonight and isn't in that starting lineup. Things could open up a little bit, but I think it's just Caden Duran for our sakes.
Yeah, okay. And I like Duran a lot, so
okay,
I'm gonna keep playing Duran aggressively.
Do you like Duran more than LeBron at their ADPs right now?
Yeah,
I kind of agree. Like he's 3 spots behind LeBron, and I was like, "Ooh, I get it," but like I think I like Duran more this evening. But
yeah,
that might be dumb.
I don't know. I mean, like it could be.
Yeah.
I don't think so, man. I don't know. I mean, I know Duran's kind of come back to earth a little bit after his hot start, but like I still think Duran is a beast. You
Yeah.
know, I still want to play. I still want to play a lot of Jalen Duran.
This looks like the best matchup for him too. Like Cade gets Dyson or something like that, and then Duran gets like the Onyeka spot. Like I
Yeah,
like the Duran matchup tonight. Like I think I would if I was setting auto drafts right now, I think I'd put Duran at like 15 or 16, and that might just be dumb. But
I don't think it's
that's
dumb.
how
You
I
would
would do
just
it.
get like 80%.
Yeah. Okay. All right, two guys to draft on the Pistons. Nobody else. The minutes are just too fragile. Tobias, the ceiling we just haven't seen. Yeah. Let's move on here. Pacers and Cavs here, 232, 4.5 by way of the Cavs here. My guy, Nez, TJ McConnell had 69% of them on Friday night and just didn't end up playing enough minutes to matter there. They were too good. They were too good. His minutes were too powerful that
I
they didn't even
swapped
let
him
him.
too.
Yeah, man, he fucking plays some ball. I did 3 of the $100 drafts, and then I did 20 of the main, and I made sure I had 69% of TJ McConnell, and then I had Onyeka a lot of that night as well. Those were my 2 spots that I wanted. Yeah, but that's neither here nor there, Nez. Let's talk about this evening. Cavs have already filed. They're on the back-to-back there. Jared Allen is still out. Lonzo Ball is out there. Darius Garland not playing the back-to-back with the toe. Sam Morrell is out. Larry Nance Jr. is out. And Max Strus is still out. That's a lot of bodies. And it's going to be reflected in the ADPs of Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley. They're going to constantly be going in the tail end of the first round / second round there. We'll talk through them and if there's any other draftable pieces. And then on the Pacers side, obviously still no Hallie, no Quinn Jackson, still no Naismith, still no Obi Toppin, and no Johnny Furphy as well still there. So they continue to run like 11 deep, even when they're missing all these bodies. They still find ways to mix and match everybody in there. Jay Huff was in the starting lineup over the weekend there, played himself into more minutes. He did get poked in the eye on Friday night and still dogged it out because he's a grown ass man. We love Jay Huff around here, but yeah.
I had 8 Jay Huff shares Saturday night.
Yeah.
He was like 1% drafted in the entire contest. Scores the first 14 points
Wow.
for the Pacers. Oh, brother, I was on cloud 11. I was just loving life. He scored 0 points the rest of the game.
That's fucking crazy. That is if we could put a poster up in everybody's room that this is Pacers basketball, that would be the epitome of it. That is the epitome of Pacers basketball. Some guy is lights out and amazing for like 12 minutes, 18 minutes, 8 minutes, and then he just doesn't matter the rest of the game because they run it so thin, they pass it around so much, that kind of vibe.
So frustrating, but
yeah,
Jay Huff truthers are alive and well. He's starting. He's splitting minutes, but he's starting.
Yep.
So yeah, I just needed to get that off my chest. Where do you want to start, Indy or Cleveland here?
Let's do the Cleveland side first because I think it's a little bit cleaner. It's kind of like Mobley and Mitchell, and then we can talk about the last round. But is there any love for you on them at ADP or above ADP, or what are your thoughts? Do you like them? Do you like Mobley better than Mitchell tonight? Because they always flip-flop ADPs based on recent performance. But who do you prefer this evening?
I mean, John, I gotta go with my heart and my nards, and I like Mobley more.
Okay, sure.
I'm a big fan of bigs against the Pacers. Mm-hmm. It's been a pretty good spot in the past. Yeah. No Jared Allen tonight, like you mentioned. They're just beat up, man. And Evan Mobley has one of his best PRAs of the season right now at 34.5. So I was honestly kind of shocked at where he is ranked via projection.
Sure.
And I was kind of scared because obviously you see the ADP here, which he's not going this high right now. He goes like 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. And so this morning I'm drafting. I was like, man, like I'm not getting to a lot of Evan Mobley, and I'm really worried he's just going to project here, and now I'm going to chase it. But thankfully, he's not. So now I can get that. That's probably like the main reason I want to draft more post show is to get some Evan Mobley because I really like the spot for him, man. I really do. So going to try to get to a bunch of Evan Mobley, but Spida looks good too. No Darius Garland, like they're just so thin that it's going to have to be Garland and Mobley, and I'm sure Hunter and Tyson will contribute, but for underdog purposes, it's just those two.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah. I mean, if you had to go like gun to my head, who could be like a potential back end slate breaker here? Don't scroll this far, guys. Shout out to the Gary Porter Jr., aka Craig Porter Jr. When they're super tight like this and they're super thin, like these are the spots where my guy shines with the second unit here, Nez.
You're gonna roll with him?
I mean, I'm not gonna draft him tonight, but like if you were like gun to my head, who would be like the next one? Like Hunter's just like such a mean projection guy, like whatever. Like when they're limited, the usage doesn't even like spike that crazy. Like I just want to play these two. But like if you were like, who's the next one? I think I'd go all the way down to Porter Jr. Like I just see the ceiling there. I mean, like Jalen Tyson.
Craig Porter Jr. was the original Ty Jerome.
Yeah.
People forget.
Yeah. Well said. The original Ty Jerome. We were playing Ty Jerome before it was cool to play Ty Jerome. Let's talk about the Pacers, dude. Everybody kind of always has the same stance on Siakam where he's often a faller in rooms. Mike's telling us here that Tyson's gonna have a ton of usage, so that feels fine in the last round. Definitely way higher floor and way safer than the Porter Jr. stuff. This is kind of like evergreen with breaking down this team. Nez is it's Siakam goes in every draft. Nobody really like loves to jam him. Nobody really loves to click him, but he always projects like in and around this area. And if you need 45 in the second round or you need 51 on occasion, if he gets 2 extra stocks, he can get it done for you. But like, it's not the most comfortable click in the world. Nobody's rushing to the podium to take him, but it is a nice high floor pick. And they always have decent pace up game environments and the minutes are the safest with him. How are your thoughts on Pascal this evening? And then who would be your favorite of the back end 6th rounders, if any?
I don't have like a ton of Pascal right now.
Sure.
Let's see.
The problem is his ADP on our site is always like 9 through 13. And if you look at any projection-based resource on any given night, someone always outprojects him where he goes. And it's just fractions of fantasy points. But the result of it is if you get in a projection late in draft room, he's always a faller. And those combos are the combos you want to encapsulate. You don't really want to be the guy jamming Pascal at 10 every time.
No, definitely not. I mean, I like him here a lot. This is going to be a pretty close game against the Cavs based on the spread and the Cavs coming off a back-to-back. Mm-hmm. So, I like Siakam. I want more than I currently have, but I was making other picks over him before noon. But, I mean, I have 6 shares right now. So, let's go ahead and up that and get some more. But, I mean, he's fine, man. Like you said, it's just like, he's always like slightly overdrafted, but he's playing pretty well, man. And he is like what they got. and this, it's been the stocks that have ramped up big time that are helping him out. Yeah.
All right. Anybody else here, dude? Like Jon in the chat's joking about losing Benny Math, money on Benny Math in the 6th round for the 6th straight game. Any love for Benny Math, who, it feels like we're on like the brink of a explosive game every single night. And then it just, never really comes to fruition. TJ just doesn't play enough minutes to matter. Like the box scores are always fun and they're beautiful. And the fantasy point per minute is crazy, but they never start him and they never push him over 25. Andrew
Nemhard. Benny Math again, though.
Yeah, I think Benny Math in the 6th is fine. I mean, it's not the best spot in the world, but at least this game's got a decent total. and a tight-ish spread there. So if
Yeah.
it does play to pace, total, and spread, 36 minutes of Benny math can win you slate in the sixth.
Yeah, shooting on his home court here. Let's get Benny Math 30 real life points and see what happens.
Yeah, I like that shout. Any love for any of the fives, or is it still like, even though J Huff's starting 3 gross rotation and they're dealing with Evan Mobley?
Yeah, no thanks.
Yep, I feel the same way, my friend. All right, dude, let's keep pushing here. We got Clippers and Heat up next. Heat 6.5 at home. 235.5 is the game there. We got Kawhi back for 24 minutes, I want to say, over the weekend. I'll check my math there.
Might even be close to 28.
28. All right, even better than I originally thought. 28. Yeah, so he's been back for 4 games here. We got 26, 27, 28, and 28. Kawhi also has an ADP in that range of Jalen Duren and with LeBron there. So fun kind of like trio to talk through there. And then the Heat, man, we've had Tyler Hero back now for, I want to say, 3 games. This will be the 3rd game. This will be the 4th game there. 29 minutes, 32 minutes, and 32 minutes. He actually won some people, one of the slates there against Milwaukee. But yeah, with Bam and Hero back in the mix there, Ware playing a little bit more, maybe off the bench, maybe starting, depending on the matchup on any given night. Norm Powell revenge game here. Like there's a lot of moving pieces with the Heat side and a lot of bodies that it's kind of hard to pinpoint outside of the obvious, just like Hero and Bam, like where we can find value here. But some things could open up because there's a bunch of Q tags there. It's mainly G Leaguers, but Jaime Jaquez Jr. would be the most notable Q tag here. Jovic and Powell listed available to play alongside Andrew Wiggins as well. So maybe starting with the Heat there, Nez. Anything interesting you outside of Bam and Hero?
No, but I mean, hey man, shout out to Andrew Wiggins, who the one slate where I don't actually play him on the Heat, he goes up for 50 fucking 2. Salute to Andrew Wiggins, man.
First ceiling game in the history of ever since the Warriors playoff run of 2023 or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, that was unbelievably tilting.
Yeah.
Not getting him. Not getting to him. But this total is a lot better than I expected to see, considering that they are playing the Clippers. So Bam at ADP, I think, is great. He falls a lot right now. And so the falling Bam, I think, is just something that I'm going to continue to scoop up. Like, yeah, never Bam, but we're talking like 5th round Bam, dude.
Sure, yeah.
I'll take that. I'm really light on Hero, though.
Still the fastest team in the NBA here. So, yeah, the Hero stuff's interesting. Probably gets Chris Dunn treatment. Like just tough catch and shoot, I guess.
Yeah, and like, I don't know, man. Are you going to take, like, I think Kawhi's ramping up, like you said, like back-to-back 28 minutes for him, and he's efficient. Maybe he gets even more minutes here against Miami. I like it better for him than Hero against the Clippers.
Yeah.
Like in terms of guys I'm taking over Hero, like I am taking Duren, I am taking Kawhi, I am taking LeBron. Like it's really hard for me to get to Tyler Hero.
Yeah, I fully agree with you, man. Yeah, relative to his ADP, that ADP 20, I would fully agree with the names you just mentioned there. Let's see, where is Hero right now? Yeah, like Almond's a smash over him. AD will have the conversation, but I'll take him over it. Franz for sure. Yeah, Kawhi, Braun, Bam, Duren. Oh, I'll take all of them. I might even take Bane over him tonight too. And then we'll have the Michael Porter Jr. conversation. But yeah, I agree with you, man.
So
like,
this is just go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, if I'm like soft fading or Xing a dude out tonight, Tyler Hero is amongst the highest on the list.
Yeah, this is like kind of the evergreen conundrum of these games. Yeah. And it just seems very, very relevant to this season too, where they're just guys with bad prices and they continue to pay off. So I'm trying to think about it versus like the opponents, who I'm trying to beat.
Right.
And the people that I think are good, like, will probably not have a ton of hero, or maybe they will. Maybe they will. But
Yeah.
like, you know, you kind of like going up thinking about the people that I am trying to beat, the people that I think are good. I mean, I don't think they're gonna have a lot of hero. Maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe I'm the one that's like missing it with the hero ADP and whatnot. But I mean, he's playing a lot of minutes.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I don't want that. But you kind of know what I'm saying? Like,
No, I know what you're saying, because he's a scary dude to fade too, because like it could be 3 trips down the floor and all of a sudden he's got 9 fantasy points added. Like, he goes, they're the fastest team in basketball, even though they're playing one of the slowest. And if they get a couple transition threes and he gets a stock mixed in, like, he has these spurts in his bag where, 40 seconds to a minute and a half of real life basketball can be 12 fantasy points. And those are scary guys to fade because of just like the way they accumulate and score. Not everybody who goes in these ranges has that ability, right?
yeah, yeah. So, and I don't think other people are really like. I don't think I'm on an island here and not loving hero at ADP.
Sure.
So, do you just like do it even though like it's not good? You know
I
what I
mean,
mean? Like, or do you just like wait for like the 5 times that he falls and hopes that you got him on the correct team, and then he goes off and you're like, oh, I should have just had a fucking bunch anyways. It's just
yeah. I mean, if you're just playing like the RNG game and you're not taking isolated stands that you believe in spots like this because of fragility and projection, like, you could tell yourself, like, anecdotally, you can tell yourself the narrative both ways. Oh, but projections are fragile and he has right tail outcomes and whatever. I need to mix him in. Or you can be like, reach down. Do I have a little something down there? See what I'm doing and be like, no, I'm standing on business here because I believe in this stance and I believe in the projection being wrong, and I believe he still is somewhat capped in his minutes or whatever. Like, if you're not doing the latter in some isolated scenarios, like, you may as well just be clicking slot machines, right? So, and just just auto drafting 150 off ADP. So I think this is a totally fine one to just IKB and then play in intelligent ways off of it, like Awen's saying, where like, hey, just mix in a little bit of Powell and Wiggins in the last round or whatever for leverage off of the stance you've already created.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair.
Um, anything else heat wise, Nez? Bam at ADP is fine, and if he falls, it's better. We're kind of both out on Hero at ADP. The Powell and Wiggins in the last round. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you get no Jaime, I'll like the Powell and Wiggins stuff more, just because you're taking away the possibility of. I don't think he'll come back and be like full. Like, he only had 17 last time out. All his big games usually come when they're lacking a little bit of wing depth or a little bit of guard depth, and he gets like that bench handling and like that sort of thing. That's his music when he's like 6-man up and gets to play 33. I don't think that's in the cards tonight, and it's not a great spot for it. So, like, I'm not crazy concerned, but if you take his minutes out, it does make the Wiggins and Powell seem like a little bit safer. The Powell revenge game avenue too feels good.
Yeah. They're a good team, man. Miami's a really good team.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's just it's a little difficult. So I guess mixing those guys in the 6 maybe makes sense given how I'm treating everything right now, Miami wise.
Pace up spot for the Clippers here. Clippers are still missing bodies on their side. Bradley Beal's done for the season there. Bogdanovic is going to be out this evening. Derek Jones Jr. as well there. So yeah, just I thought I saw a nugget on Batum as well, but I must be mistaken. He's good. Yeah, just thoughts on, is it just the big 3 here? I guess there's nobody else to get to.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not getting anybody else.
Harden's been a monster, and he's been a usage suck, and this is a really good pace up spot for him. We got Miami strip clubs narrative at play here, but yeah, just thoughts on Harden's ADP. You like him, front end of draft boards. You like him more than Jalen Johnson and Mobley? ?
Yeah, I'm playing a ton of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, um, Zoob seems to be a guy that occasionally falls in rooms just because when he has a frothy ADP, people don't love to click it. He also has to deal with presumably some wear/BAM treatment. Obviously, BAM being an exceptional defender of fives. So yeah, thoughts on the
Zoobs.
Zoob's ADP?
Who's Zoobs? Are you talking about Zoo
Oh, Z.
Alcindor?
Yeah. Nice. Big Z. Big Z.
I love the Zoo Alcindor
Yeah.
nickname. Shout out to Kareem. Yeah, I like Zoobs. I like Zoobs. I think the problem with Zoobs for me, I remember having an issue is and we'll get to it, is like, man, I just fucking love Franz Wagner. So
Okay.
I was having trouble getting to Zoobs, but I really like the spot for Zoobs. He's, playing excellent right now in a high pace game. So I want to have a lot of Zoobs, even though the matchup on paper is a little scary, but
Yeah.
I still want him. I got I'm like 17% Zoobs, so that's fine.
Okay. I'm actually gonna look this up just for a half second out of general interest. But yeah, sell me on Kawhi, dude. Kawhi, Kawhi's had the uptick to like 28. It's hyper efficient. We know what Kawhi can do, but like, is there ceiling here to win? An 18,000 entry contest, or is he kind of just like a mean projection black hole?
I mean, I don't see what's wrong with like a potential minute uptick with Kawhi against Miami. Like if you
Yeah,
get 30 minutes of Kawhi,
yeah,
and this in a game where we expect a lot of possessions here,
sure.
I don't know, man. I'll take 40 plus, at that ADP. I think
Okay.
that's totally reasonable. Uh, yeah, I mean, is there 60 in there? Probably not. Is there 50 in there? Seems like a stretch, but uh Kawhi's the man, dude. I'm gonna play Kawhi.
Yeah. A lot of real life chatter around the Sixers, or around the Sixers, around the Clippers right now of like, man, they got to start making some noise in the West. And,
Yeah.
Kawhi's comments about like just not enough talent and blah, blah, blah. Like, it just like, it does really feel like a now or never prove it for these guys that are we going to make a run this year? Are we going to be buyers? Are we going to be, you know, it feels like they need to get something cooking here or like now.
I mean, they're totally screwed.
Yeah. I mean,
They are. They're not good
yeah.
enough.
Yeah.
And their big move was fucking
Bradley Beal, and
Bradley
he's done for
Beal.
the year. Yeah.
Yeah. What were you thinking?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not good enough, but like, these big three done on the defensive end. Like, can John Collins kind of get his shit together? Batum for some shooting off the bench, maybe.
Yeah.
No. They're not good enough. They're kind of fucked.
Yeah. Ugh, gross.
And don't the Thunder have their pick too?
Yes. Yeah. Thunder insane, dude.
I was talking to Zakarian, and he was
Uh-huh.
like, if you can find somewhere offering Thunder to win 3 straight, you should take it.
Like, that's crazy to think about, but it's like, yeah, they're probably not going to get enough price. Like,
They absolutely broke the league.
Yeah. And yeah. Good for them. Good for
I know.
them. After they took so much heat for the KD, Harden, Westbrook era,
I know.
Yeah, for them to, oh yeah, by the way, we're just gonna run it back and get a boatload for PG and whatever. Yeah. 20-1 right now, and they just got J-Dub back. Like, fucking crazy. Crazy.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I was just thinking about the matchup thing, like the Zoobs thing. I was just checking to see if they had to play big against the now my brain's broken. Against the Cavs. Like when he had that monster ceiling game there against the Cavs, I think it was like 58 maybe fantasy points. Yeah, 58 fantasy points and no stocks. So that always like piques my interest of like, oh damn, because normally you get home via like outlier performances with the stocks on our site and on the Blue Redacted. But to go like, oh my god, 58s in his bag without stocks. Like imagine if he just got up for a block or two here or there. But that was against Mobley, man, and everybody renounces Mobley as like one of the toughest like interior defenders. There was no Jared Allen in that ball game, but like if he did that in that matchup, there's no reason to think he can't do this in the Bam/Ware. Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's good and he's playing a lot. You know, you don't see a lot of bigs playing these minutes.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um okay, cool. Let's yeah, I think that's kind of like where we cap it at. Let me see this.
It's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
let's yeah, I'll put that on the screen for everybody while we're still talking Clippers. There you go. OKC number 1 pick in the draft. James Harden just holding it back from the rest of the world. That's a pretty good meme right there. Respect. Okay, Nez. Let's push forward here. Magic and Bulls here, 239.5, 9 by way of the Magic. Magic are still living through life without Paulo Banchero, and it's actually been pretty good for them. People are talking the classic narratives of, oh my God, are they better without Paulo? It's like, no, guys, they're not. You know, Paulo's in his early 20s, and he's an amazing high usage player, and he's 6'10 and can handle the rock. Like, no, guys, they're not better without Paulo. But at this current iteration, they've been playing some good team basketball. Also coincides with Suggs coming back and running like full minutes now there. So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what happens when they integrate Paulo back into this offense. But for tonight's purposes, we don't have to worry about it. 239.5 here. Still no Paulo. Still no G Leaguers listed out. Franz Wagner listed available with the face mask, as we've grown accustomed to. And then his brother is still out there. Yeah, on the Bulls side, Bulls a little bit more interesting. Maybe I'll talk about the Bulls in a half second. Give me your thoughts on the Magic tonight, Nez, because you said you really liked Franz.
Yeah, I love Franz, man. I am still kind of chasing that that hallmark like Franz no Paulo ceiling that we knew last year, and maybe it's just different with Bane, and you know it's just like not gonna be as frequent, but I'm still chasing it, goddamn it. And why not against the Bulls, dude? Why not? This is such a good spot at home against this Chicago team. I'm jamming Franz. I've got him ranked like 13. So I'm trying to get those unique Jokic pairings, take them as much as I can. And I'm glad I did, because I think the projections agreed with me on the Franz Bull case.
Okay.
But that was kind of like the main and only way I was playing it. Like I'm really light Suggs and Bane right now. And I'll mix in some Suggs. I was doing them in the 6th round, and then I see Awen's talking about how he's going so early in drafts because his projections like out of this world. But I get it, man. Suggs is been a monster. He was a monster last year. He's kind of like Dyson Daniels, but with a little bit more of a bag.
Good comp.
Yeah, it's just a good spot for old Dyson as well. Bane, I can buy into Suggs way easier than I can buy into Bane. Just because I just don't know how. I just don't like paying the premium because Bane just put up 56 points.
Mm-hmm.
I just hate going after that and chasing.
Yeah, it feels chasey, right? Like it's like, well, we know Desmond Bane's a good basketball player. We know this is good for catch and shoot. We know he's a good shooter. Have they finally meshed and figured it out, or are we just chasing what happened last game?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good spot here. Really high team total for the Magic. So yeah, I'm playing it really through Franz big time.
Okay. Yeah, I respect it, dude. Awen clamoring about that Suggs projection, as you alluded to. Courtside Magic saying Suggs plays hard at home. Love the hand on the court from Courtside Magic, resident
That's
Magic
sweet.
expert. I kind of agree with Awen here. Like, he's not bad in the 6th round. Talking about Suggs, this is. he's not bad in the 6th round, but he's not 7 points of projection better than like everybody else. Yeah, I fully agree with that. Like, would I rather play Suggs or like the Heat auxiliary guys that we were talking about tonight? The answer is Suggs, but like Suggs isn't so much better than what else is available there. Like, would you rather play Suggs or Vooch in this game?
I have to think about that because like Vooch has been dreadful.
Yeah, evergreen. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I could see it both ways, but if Suggs gets a couple stock and his 3 is falling, like when he ices a couple threes early and he gets like a little bit of dog in him, like, oh, look out. Like I like the game that he got kicked out of versus the Sixers. I thought that was like a lookout Suggs game. Like he felt like he was gonna take over, but yeah, that's neither here nor there. Just
John, 30% Suggs, I think, that night.
Oh, gross.
Oh, dude, just story of my season, man. Just hilarious beat after hilarious beat.
Gross. It's all gonna vary. The variance will all even itself out. So
that's what they tell me.
So the kids tell me, Nez. Let's talk about the Bulls side, dude, because we had a snap on Kobe White earlier today. He got a probable tag, and now he's listed it as doubtful. It's interesting. It's an illness thing, but now it's a left calf tightness thing on the injury report as well. So that's interesting that he has like 2 listings. No Jalen Smith, no Terry, Q tag on Jalen Phillips, no Isaac Okoro, and no Zach Collins in this one. So yeah, man, Bulls could be hella tight tonight. So yeah, that's kind of why I posed the Vooch question to you. Yeah, we could see a little bit of old school Giddey. It's not the cleanest matchup in the world. Obviously, Orlando has really picked it up on the defensive end in the last couple games. Like to start the season, we were like, hey, Magic's playing fast and Magic's playing less defense. And now they've really cleaned it up on the defensive end, a lot coinciding with Suggs being back as kind of like on ball for like guard stuff. But yeah, just thoughts on this setup for Chicago. Are you above or below ADP on Giddey, and then anybody else worth drafting?
I like Giddey a lot.
Okay.
But I think I need to tone it down. 30% Giddey right now. So
what'd you have him ranked at?
I had him over Booker.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could see that, but I'd probably have Booker ahead, but like I could see it.
Yeah. And I had him over Şengün for a little bit as well.
Couldn't be me.
Dude, Goon,
no, I would.
We'll get
I
to
would follow
Goon.
you, man. Like Giddey's a walking 28-8. Like he's that's what he is. You know, like.
Yeah. It's just like
people are going to start having those.
Those what?
Go for it. You lagged. You lagged for a second. Finish your thought on
well,
Giddey.
Like you really need the stocks for him, I think. And I don't know that like Orlando is the spot where you're really going to get him.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, like the usage gave me there for sure. Like that, this is without Kobe White. Like, you know, he should project as like, who would you rather play, Donovan Mitchell or him tonight? Because I think it's fucking close.
I was taking Giddey over him.
But like this is the toughest tier on the board, right here. Şengün, Booker, Giddey, and Mitchell.
Oh, dude, these guys are the same.
Yeah, like this decision is gonna make or break your slate right here.
Yeah. These guys are the exact same.
Yeah.
And like you got, you know, we're not on these games, but like Booker and Goon, like these guys have been great, but fantasy wise have not had ceilings really. Giddey has, you know, because he's chasing triple doubles every goddamn night. Spida, you know, has, but he also has had some dreadful first halves where like you're looking at your score and you're like, why does he only have like 13 fantasy points? And then he's putting up insane numbers in the third quarter and whatnot. Yeah, it's just like I want I want to not overthink the Sengun stuff because I'm just like, I saw Sengun against Utah and I'm like, oh yeah, bro, like sign me up. But
Mhm.
KD was out. He didn't really do much.
Yeah.
KD's back. And now, and I mean, much as in like ceiling, he didn't even have like 50 fantasy points, like hardly ever. So like,
Right.
I'm just kind of confused. Not really sure what to make of this stuff. But in terms of what are we talking about from Giddy standpoint? Yeah, man, I've just been playing like the Giddy ceiling because I know he's like a stat chaser and I know he just absolutely fills it up. But like maybe this is not the spot. I think I might be a little slow to reacting to the Magic stuff.
Okay. Yeah, it's tough, man, because we're having the Sangoon conversation. Like that game could also be over at half. We saw it last night. Like then maybe there's no ceiling in. I wonder. I just from this is not to totally derail, but because we're having the Sangoon versus conversation, if you full faded Houston every slate this year, you think it would be plus EV?
Yeah,
I think so. Like we haven't seen ceiling from fucking anyone. I can't
Reed.
recall one of them in a winning lineup outside of Reed Shepard on the After Dark slate.
Yeah, it's been like Reed Shepard's been like the best play, all things considered.
Yeah. I don't know.
Always was.
It was all yeah. Just absolute sniper meme from the top pew in the church. Reed Shepard from the top.
Yeah, we're not on Houston, but I do have Houston thoughts. But
Okay.
yeah, I think we're good on the Chicago Orlando game.
Okay. Yeah. Well, auxiliary Chicago. Like if you're jamming Giddy, you're probably not playing anybody else. But like auxiliary Chicago, like let's play it. Presumably that Kobe White is out here. You're gonna get some Trey Jones handling mixed in. Maybe Kevin Herter's in that starting lineup if Kobe White's out. I'd actually assume he is. Probably Herter, Io, Buzelis, Vooch and Giddy would be like my best guess, and then like Trey Jones is first guy up. Like, would you play Buzelis in this spot, or is it like too thin? Would you play anybody else like Vooch? Like,
No, Vooch maybe.
all right,
Nobody else though.
yeah.
Not for me.
Go cards an hour late. Bits and bites
Yeah.
and nuts and bolts. What the fuck?
Thank you, AZ Cards. See you soon. Thank you for being on my side.
Hey, all right, yeah. I guess just Vooch in the last round then, but it's not comfortable right now.
Yeah.
But it's going to project better than that. Let's do Nets and Hornets here. 228, 4.5 by way of the Hornets there. Brandon Miller's back and he's been shooting the lights out and kind of, still capped on the Melo stuff there, 28-30. He was hard capped and didn't even play an overtime mixed in there. Yeah, in terms of injury report, still no Pat Connaughton, still no Josh Green. Trey Mann is listed questionable here. Salon's back from the G League and listed available here, so he's back with the big club. Yeah, it's a little baseball mixed in with
the big club
with our hoops right now when it gets called back to the big club. That's the Hornets side of thing there. Yeah, let's have the Hornets conversation first, and then we'll have the Michael Porter Jr. on the other side combo.
All right. Yeah, I think the Hornets are like really interesting here. This is like one of the lowest totals on the slate. But the Hornets are kind of deep, low key.
Yeah.
A lot of guys that can score, a lot of guys that can do some damage here. I opened up really liking Miles Bridges against Brooklyn. Projections disagree with the love, so I guess more for me if he continues to fall. The way I've been seeing the Nets and playing the Nets, I see them as fantasy friendly, even though their totals aren't so high. I just don't think that they're good. I don't think they can stop many people. The Melo stuff, bro, like 80 projections are going to tell you draft Melo. Props are going to tell you draft Melo. I have not fallen for it yet. don't think I'm going to here, but maybe this is like the 28-minute spot where Melo puts up like 45.
Yeah.
But it's been dreadful, dude.
Yeah.
It's been dreadful. They've said out loud they're limiting him, and it's not because of injuries. He's been bad. Like,
Man, this is
why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
This is RIP Instagram Hoopers era right now, dude. This is RIP to Ja Morant, RIP to LaMelo Ball. It's RIP to the usage suck ball dominant. RIP Trae Young with how some of the good people in Atlanta look right now. But like, you know what I mean? Like these guys that like their whole game is kind of like swaggy, ball in their hands, jacking shots up from outer space, having a 38% usage, playing 38 minutes. Like these guys, man, this is an end of a breed right here. End of a breed with these three.
I suppose. I think LaMelo is just never. He just was never that good, and was never so any better. No, I've not liked Melo's game since he got into the league.
You named your son after him.
I sure did. LaMelo Nez. No, I mean, look, man, the PRA is like 31, 32 and a half, which like, you look compared to like other people and it looks good, but like there's not a ceiling here, I don't think.
Which is like the opposite of what we always used to say with Melo, because Melo was like, if you stayed out of the lazy reach fouls and he decided to play hard on a night and not roll an ankle, he would get 38 minutes and he would get you like 50, 60 fantasy point potential. Yeah, I just don't see it right now as well. And like the usage is so dispersed right now because, as we've noted many times, when this team was full to start the year with everybody there, which was like a 4 or 5 game stretch, Brandon Miller led the team in usage. It was Brandon Miller getting his,
Yeah. And Melo's 100% drafted. Like,
right.
I'm not doing this, dude. I am not. So no Melo. Yes, Miles Bridges. Maybe Brandon Miller, but like, you're kind of playing whack-a-mole here.
Yeah. Man, Khan's like just like good every night, but it's not like draftable ceiling for us. Like, yeah, Kalkbrenner and Diabates is like a good split at the 5. Like this basketball team, man, if they could get something for Melo and then build around like the Khan, Miller, and Kalkbrenner, like that's pretty fun.
Mm-hmm. Who we're like an hour and a half in, so I don't even want to do this hypothesis. But like, who the fuck is gonna trade? Who wants LaMelo Ball? Who is a winning team and is like, you know what our team needs? Like, we need to inject LaMelo Ball into this locker room, onto this court, into our offense. That's what we need.
Yeah, you know where he belongs? He belongs
Wizards.
on. He belongs on the Wiz, but he belongs the equivalent of the Wiz. He belongs on the Phoenix Coyotes, where like the only reason a team is staying in this town because he could sell tickets on the nights that he does play. Like, you know what I mean?
Sure.
Like he needs like small market, small town dominant where is effectively where he is right now.
Like Charlotte?
Yeah, exactly.
with a nice hype announcer to pump his bags.
Yeah.
No, dude, they're gonna. No.
Oh, LaMelo. All right, dude, let's have the Nets conversation because everybody's favorite click of the day right now to prove that they're smart and that they were ahead of the curve is Michael Porter Jr. and he's a big-time Steam candidate, keeps pushing up. He's been upgraded to available for today. He's going to be returning after a 2-game absence there. Thoughts on the Nets? First of all, is there anybody else draftable than Michael Porter Jr.?
Claxton.
Yeah, it was interesting to not see Claxton's usage uptick in any regard without Michael Porter Jr. And it's actually like his fantasy box scores have been better with Michael Porter Jr. around for whatever it's worth. So if you want to play the Claxton stuff, obviously Kalkbrenner's good at the rim and is really good at blocking and getting boards on one end of the court. I can't remember which. But yeah, I think for me, it's just Porter Jr. today. Are you jamming it like everybody else? Is this a sharp play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Michael Porter Jr. has been really, really, really good for the Nets for fantasy. Yeah, I was jamming that early. We'll see where he's at now, but I'm at like 30% at the moment.
Sure.
Yeah, he was like a no-brainer play.
Where'd you have him ranked? Were you trying to make him fall to the 6th round, or where'd you have him ranked?
Yeah, my average pick was 28 on him.
Shout
so
out to the solver. Okay, cool. Yeah, respect it, dude. I think it's good chalk that's like steaming up, you know?
Yeah, it's great chalk. He's really, really like his role is so awesome, and he's playing good. He's playing good basketball. He's contributing in a lot of categories, and I don't see the Hornets as a bad spot.
Sounds good. All right, as we push on to the West Coast games, the late evening games here, 9 p.m. Eastern with the Jazz and the Rockets. As we talked about, they played yesterday in the same city. Rockets beat the shit out of them. Keynote had one of the worst basketball games ever, literally 0 points and 8 turnovers. He was a dash 27 in, I think it was 16 or 18 minutes. Truly remarkably bad, impressibly bad. Hall of Fame.
He did have an illness, so I'm going to chalk it up to the illness.
Oh, yes, the illness. Yes, you're right. Good point. I forgot Keynote. 232.5 here, 11 by way of the Rockets. 3 Rockets going in every single draft there. We just joked about, if we just pure faded them all year, how we would all be better off. On the Jazz side, same cannot be said there because Lowry had some monster ceiling games there, and Keynote had some there, but I don't think this is the spot for either. If you made me choose, I would choose Lowry. If you made me choose between being overweight, Sengun, KD, or Amin, I would select Amin, but we haven't seen that ceiling either. Yeah, thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I mean, like the big problem for me is like Sengun, bro.
Yeah.
I've been, president of the Sengun fan club all season, and they've been off the main slate for a little bit. And today I'm at 20% Sengun at an average pick of 9. So that's cool. Just like at ADP. But yeah, I mean, you look at the box scores, dude, and they just like haven't been awesome. They're not what you want out of like a first round pick. Like he's not competing with these other high drafted players. They got a lot of, I mean, like KD's there, Amin's there, Reed maybe is like the answer here. And as far as like as to the question of like, why isn't Sengun hitting ceiling? Because like Reed is like really doing a lot more offensively for the team now that he's like playing a big role. Yeah, it's not just like Sengun, and then like figure it out. Like you got Reed, you got KD. So like really it's just like tough, I think, for Sengun to maybe that's why we're seeing this. But does that mean that he can't have a good game here against Utah that plays, as fast as fuck? And, it's the second night in elevation. Like, can he have a good game? I think like, absolutely. Like there's nothing wrong with 27, 4 and 5 in 28 minutes, like that's a great line. But, at an ADP of 9, rank 7 in terms of projection, like we want a ceiling and it just hasn't been there. And, they kind of have the Raptors problem where there's just like a lot of good options and none of them are paying off ADP, even though they're all good plays.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking frustrating, man. But I'm mixing and matching there.
Okay. Yeah. I the more we talk about it, the more I like some of the other pieces. The other thing here, this interesting conversation with Egger saying like rebounding. We did get their injury report right now at the half hour window there. There is no Steven Adams on the back-to-back with rest there. They're still without Tari Eason. They're still without DFS. So like some front court size depth. The problem is like the team is still so effing big. And like, KD gets rebounds. Amin's a good rebounding guard. Well, guard in parentheses.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I agree with you, man, on the ceiling discussion here, where it's just like they've just kind of comfortably found themselves treading water as like an upper echelon Western Conference team that just really hasn't had to like push it in any huge way where it's like we've seen ceiling from isolated guys, or they haven't been fully thin enough to be like, even when they were missing KD, like that they're just that we were like, hey, we have to jam these dudes tonight, you know?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But the Utah spot, man, I just want to like min one Rocket tonight, on every team, and it's really easy to do based on where they're at on the board. You know, like right side of the board, you can get Şengün. Left side of the board, you can get KD, and then back on the right side of the board, you can get Amen if you didn't take Şengün there. So
yeah,
like,
and if you miss on all of it, if you miss on all of it, we've kind of locked in the starting lineup with the fact that they won't start double big with no Steedman Adams in there, which means that's probably Reed Shepherd's music, which means a little bit more handling, funneling away from Amen and toward Reed. And then he can get his shots up. Like maybe he enters the chat as a potential 6th round candidate there, who also would play a little bit longer than the main stars would if there was a little bit of blowout run.
Yeah, I like Reed Shepherd, man. I do. His props were like not good, but I was a fan of him in this spot, given like what his current role is. Like he's at like a 21.5 PRA. I'll just I guess take a higher. I don't know. What's the proper way to play it? Draft him or play him and a pick him. But yeah, I like Reed Shepherd in the 6th round. And then and I guess like just to talk about like KD for a moment too.
Sure.
I'm always like KD, like always, but I think I like him here a lot. I think the price is like totally fair. This is, you know, typically you see KD like ADP 10 or so on these slates. He's really cheap against Utah. He's an easy way to play this game. And I don't really like Amen that much.
Okay. All right, I respect it, dude. Yeah, I like it.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, play the scoring angle for the KD side. Play the Reed Shepherd cuts into the Amen stuff. We haven't seen Amen stock ceiling like we had in years past. It's been a very interesting season for him.
It is. Yeah, 5 steals, and he puts up 45 points. Like, you know, and he had 28 against Phoenix. Great, you know, great game there for him. And like, it's Utah, so like, you should just do it no matter what. But like, yeah, all that to say, this is like the one. I just want to bring that up because like I normally am not a KD guy. I like KD tonight here. I like playing him at ADP. Yeah,
I mean, second night back to back always scares me, but only 29 last night, and he did big time damage.
Yeah.
I think it was yesterday. I think it was like the earliest game yesterday. Okay, cool. Let's move to the other side of that, dude. Are you taking anyone on the Utah side? Obviously, pace down spot for them. They play at like the 6th highest pace in basketball right now, I believe, something like that. So yeah, a little bit of pace down, or definitely pace down spot for them here. Long wing defenders, you know, always a tough spot from a defensive angle. Any interest in anyone here?
Yeah, Laurie and Keynote.
Yeah, you'll go back to the Keynote well, despite yesterday.
Yeah, no one's touching Keontae.
Okay.
Projection is bad. Box score is bad. I think it's totally fine to take him here.
Yeah, usage is still insane. Which of the Georges do you prefer today?
Keynote.
Okay, sounds good. Because I think the field will flock to Keyshawn more than Keontae.
So do I. Yeah, I just think Keontae is just like legit good. So yeah, he had a bad game. He had the illness tag, dude. He wasn't feeling good.
Yep. All right.
He's feeling better.
Better today. Slept in his own bed last night. He gets to erase it from his memory. Men in Black fucking one of these and come back out tonight and be like, I'm totally redeeming myself against the exact same spot as yesterday.
Exactly.
Okay. Not going any deeper than that. The Durant tier above or below Amen?
I like Duran more than Amen.
Okay. Do you like LeBron more than Amen tonight?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Let's keep pushing, dude. 2 games left here. We got Nuggets and Mavericks. This looks like a fucking dream spot for Joker. It's just goddamn Joker slates every damn time. He sets up like a monster, especially when they're missing bodies around him. We got the Mavs going to be thin in the front court, or potentially thin in the front court this evening. 11 by way of the Nuggets here. This is a 235 at altitude in Denver there. Official injury reports here on this one. The Nuggets are without, let me see this. Julian Strawther, Bruce Brown has the Q tag. Christian Brown is still out, and Aaron Gordon is out here. Probable tag on Joker in this one. Q tag on Bruce Brown, as I said. And then on the Dallas side, probable tag on Anthony Davis, left calf management right there. Still without Exum. Gafford had a doubtful tag. Now it is an out tag. Lively has the out tag. So there's that front court depth. And then some push-pull scenarios with Brandon Williams with a Q tag and PJ Washington off the weird right ankle in warm-up situation of yesterday, which will really impact the front court depth. I'm a proponent of always saying I prefer AD when he plays the 5. I prefer it when Lively and Gafford aren't there. I usually love AD. It's only second game back of AD, and he was like capped at 24, I believe it was last time out. 28. He got up to 28, 34 fantasy points there. How are you treating AD and the Dallas side first?
I don't have a lot of AD right now.
Okay.
Yeah, like I do you think he plays more than 28 minutes again? I don't. Not really. Not in a second game back off the calf strain that they were treating extremely cautious.
Yeah.
I don't. And yeah. I don't know. I don't think it's like an awesome spot against Jokic, but you know, who really cares when it's Anthony Davis? I just think he's being overdrafted, man. This is just one of those plays that I just think he's being way overdrafted, but you know, you could see just a monster, and like we've seen Anthony Davis do damage in short minutes before, so it's definitely risky. But kind of made my bet early, and I don't want to chase it if people are going to be drafting him where he's being projected, which is absurdly high.
Okay.
By ranking, he's ranked 14.
Wow.
So yeah, I'm not doing that, man.
Yeah, I could see you doing like a couple mix and match where you pair him with Joker at like the 1-2 turn just to get like some of those combos. But I bet you from last night they exist in the 4th round. So it's kind of like you're going to have to pull another lever if you do that for the game correlation angle when you're building or hand building. But yeah, that's a good shout, dude. The AD too, like they were really incentivized in that Lakers game. Like, I know it's not Nico anymore, but you got to think that game meant a lot for them as an organization to like push him a little bit. Like, you know, like, oh, come on, give us 28 tonight. Like, it's very conceivable that you get a little bit lighter tonight. But the problem is, what do they turn to in terms of front court depth? Because like, I don't know, man. Like Musa Cece, we saw that experiment once this year. Dwight Powell, good Canadian kid, old boy. They never like to extend him past like 15 to 18. So yeah, I don't know, man. They're so thin that maybe they just have to be like, yo, play 28 again. I don't know. This is the fragility and projection tier is him, Melo, and LeBron in that same kind of like grouping there. And I had another good one in my head here. Kawhi, in terms of like, yo, we know these guys have the potential to be like slate break studs, but like we just haven't seen it. And we know they're all probably soft capped in some way or form. LeBron probably being the least likely of the bunch to be soft capped. But we still don't have an injury report on them. So yeah, just thoughts on the fragility of this tier. Like, would AD be your favorite? Because he's currently ranking.
No, LeBron would be.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I got to really think about the AD stuff. I'm fading, so I think I have like 2 shares of AD, so I'm essentially like full fading it, and that doesn't feel good. That doesn't feel good. I didn't expect to see him
all year, dude. Even when he's played basketball, he's burnt our asses all year.
Yeah. That's probably why I don't like him so much today. And I'm taking Franz over him, obviously. But like that, maybe that's why I don't like him today. It's because like he burnt me, and that's just like not good process.
Sure.
But yeah, anyways, man, it's kind of an ugly game, to be honest. Like they're 10-point dogs
Yeah,
to the Nuggets, who are missing half their team.
good shouts. Any Winhursts for double probable tags on AD and Joker?
No, I'm not trying to think like that. But
Yeah, I'm trying not to, but it lingers. It lingers. Not one of the Peacock games. One of the Peacock games this evening are Chicago at Orlando and then Phoenix at LA. So not one of the nationally televised games. So
okay.
I don't want to put it on people's radar, but it was on my radar initially. Almost didn't bring it up, but yeah. Any love for Cooper Flag, especially if there's no PJ Washington this evening or limited PJ Washington in some regard, or anybody else on the Mavs side?
I kind of thought Cooper Flag was worth a 6-round flyer, but
Sure.
yeah, he's been going a lot. So yeah, I would mix in Cooper Flag. Maybe a PJ in the 6th round. Like you can do it.
Sure.
I wouldn't yell at you for it. But
Yeah.
that's really it. This isn't where I'm trying to get my shares tonight.
Man, I'd be hard pressed to see a guy roll his ankle in warmups yesterday to the point in which he's like coach's DNP and then come out and play 35 today. Wouldn't that just be fucking weird?
Oh yeah,
That'd just be
I would
like
hate
kind of
that.
like, yeah.
It pissed me off.
Oh, rightfully so. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to touch PJ tonight on this slate, but I do like the Cooper Flag pick. I will say, with or without PJ or Brandon Williams, I think I like the Cooper Flag pick.
Yeah, he's playing a lot better, man. Got to give credit where it's due. It was hard on him early, and yeah, he's really stepped up. But
yeah,
haven't seen him with AD much.
No, exactly. Yeah, that's true. Jokers, everybody's 101 as always. Classic Jokic slate here. Anybody else that you're interested in outside of Jamal being like kind of like the obvious? And I guess we could have the conversation about pairing them together.
No, just those two.
Yeah,
I think these guys typically make sense to pair.
Okay. Yeah, you like the kind of like assist correlation, like all the potentials that Joker have, like they kind of reach ceiling together.
Yeah, that's how it's been like in the past.
Yep.
Back-to-back sub 50-point games from Joker, but Jamal has been awesome. He's been a constant there. So yeah, they're totally fine to pair together. I think people don't do it enough either. So there's that angle as well.
All right, cool. What up to Harrison? Rolling on through. All right, dude. I'll put it on people's radar that we are going to get a Cam Johnson or a Peyton Watson ceiling game in one of these iterations of like no Strother, no Brown, no Aaron Gordon. Like these guys, one of these guys is going to hit us over the head with a big ceiling game at some point here. I'm not sure that it's tonight, but I wouldn't kill you if you were like, yeah, I want to take Peyton Watson with the very last pick. Like, I'd take a Joker team and then take a Peyton Watson at 36 or take a Giannis team and then take a 35 overall Peyton Watson. And you kind of get some double leverage off the early Denver guys going. Like we've seen multiple games over 40 this far this season in terms of fantasy points, and we've seen one over 50. And there's not a lot of guys in this league that we could say that about at the back end of draft boards every night.
Yeah, no, I fully agree. Big Peyton Watson fan.
Love it. All right, Nez, last game on the docket has an injury report finally submitted on the Suns side. Ryan Dunn with a probable tag, still no Jalen Green, and the Lakers have yet to submit. We kind of had that conversation of potential, LeBron sat yesterday. Could someone sit on the back end back-to-back? But it is a nationally televised game. It is an important kind of like conference standings one because the Suns are, kind of shocking the world a little bit right now and coming together as a team. And they're kind of in the fold at like that 6-7 mark. And the Lakers are in that 2-3 range there. So, just thoughts on Lakers in general. We know that you like LeBron more than ADP and you like him above Reeves. Anything else to say?
I mean, Reeves got.
I was just going to say Luka or Giannis tonight.
I was Giannis, but
okay.
Luka's going over Giannis now. So
yeah,
Yeah, kind of have to play it that way. Yeah, I mean, dude, I love Austin Reeves. Don't get me wrong, but like I said, it feels very wrong to take him over LeBron.
Uh-huh.
So don't think I'm gonna. But I faded Reeves the night before as well, and he went nuts the last time that he played, and he went crazy. So
Mhm.
I don't know, I think it's why his ADP is so high here. But yeah, I like LeBron. Like I said, think the minutes are strong. Think the offensive role for him is still really good. Like for fantasy, I think he can still do what we want him to do. But it hasn't been like an awesome start to the season. But we're talking about LeBron at ADP 22. So like,
Right.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a shit ton of LeBron in the fourth round.
Yeah, and it could break really right if we open up with a Q tag on Luca or Reeves on the second night of a back to back. Like we're
Yeah,
kind of just
that would be
penciling.
crazy.
Yeah, we're kind of like just penciling in Braun for the front end, or back end of the back to back because he sat the front end.
Right. Yeah, that would be pretty crazy.
Yeah. Um, I just missed this, but it was a 235 with 4.5 by way of the Lakers. Do you have a lean on Ayton at all? Does it matter? Like, would you? I mean, the only way I think we would play Ayton in the sixth is if we get Ayton in and then we get one of these other guys out. So Ayton could be viable in the sixth here.
Yeah, I thought Ayton was clickable in the sixth. He's got that Q tag because he kind of hurt his knee a little bit at the end of the game.
Okay.
So got to watch out for that.
Okay.
We'll see if he ends up playing. But yeah, I thought Ayton was gettable in the sixth.
All right. Sounds good. Who would you rather pair with Luca, AR, or Braun?
I think Braun. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like I don't think either of those guys like are awesome correlation, but I mean, I'll take Luca. I mean, I'll take Braun just because I think Braun's a better play than AR straight up. So yeah,
Sure.
there's
Yeah.
not,
Like
there's not a whole lot of correlation going on there for me.
yeah, we saw Reeves and Luca reach ceiling together last night, but like that's without LeBron. So yeah, I don't really like pairing the Lakers together, to be honest. Especially
Yeah,
on
the
a
answer is
nine
usually
gamer.
none of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, especially on a 9 gamer. Um okay, cool. Let's talk about the Suns. Anybody that you're interested in other than Booker?
No.
Yeah. I mean, Big Mark Dub in the last round is fine by me. Just because I love chasing like his outlier ceiling. We know it's in the bag, but yeah, it's pretty thin, man. 28 minutes of Mark Dub. Need a competitive game here, but yeah, Dylan Brooks never. I know he's getting his shot up, but like he's just like his ceiling is 35 fantasy points every time. Colin Gillespie's had some really nice games, but like on a 9 gamer, it feels a bridge too far.
Yeah, this is like a very, very fun team right now. They're playing really well. And maybe that's why I think that's why Devin Booker hasn't hit his ceiling really, is because his ancillary pieces have been playing so nice that he doesn't
Yeah.
have to do so much of the scoring. But
Yeah.
yeah, none
It,
of them tonight.
okay. In this range here at the front end of the draft board with Devin Booker, I think I like Giddy and Donovan Mitchell both over him tonight. Do you feel similarly?
Say that one more time.
Giddy and Donovan Mitchell over Booker? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of feel similarly tonight, dude.
Yeah, I am. I'm pretty light on Devin Booker.
Okay. All right, dude. That's 9 up. That's 9 down. Thank you to the beautiful unabated interface for the assist there. We'll talk about some of the scroll plays as we hop into draft here alongside the solver.
Let's see what these freaks are doing.
Yeah, it's gonna be my first look at projections too, because the unabated stuff isn't out till 1:30, and I hadn't looked at the ETR stuff until I fired up the solver. Love to do the show blind.
Jokic. Oh wow, who would have thought?
Yeah. Okay, Michael saying Lakers usage is so concentrated. Luka and Reeves can get there together consistently. I'm not buying the LeBron ramp up. Old Dusty chasing ceiling is not it. Okay. I respect the take, man. Reeves has been fucking phenomenal this year. Like if you had the poster boy for like guys overperforming what we thought, and maybe overperforming is the wrong word, but like I would put like Jalen Johnson, Giddey, Denny Avdia, Reeves. Like that would be kind of like the list. Like I'm trying to think of some other guys. Ryan Rollins, like guys who are just like overperforming in terms of like smashing. Yeah.
Yeah, just look at the bottom of my exposures every night. That should tell you who's overperforming.
We'll take Giannis. We think it's a tier break at 3 here. And then the kind of next tier, I do think Cade is kind of in a tier of his own. I'm not going to lie. Like Cade's a very intriguing pick this evening, but I can't justify it over the Luka, Joker, or Giannis stuff.
I know. And that's what sucks. Cause like you're going to end up underweight Cade unless you RNG, you run super hot at pick 4. Right. You're just going to end up underweight Cade because people take him over Giannis sometimes.
And we did see Cade break a slate with 2 studs on it, like last week, where he had the 62 fantasy points.
Didn't he have like 90 too?
Oh well, yeah, that was a while ago, wasn't it? Yeah. But that he had that monster slate break one where he decided to shoot the ball 50 times or whatever it was.
Yeah, 40, it was absurd.
Yeah, it was absurd. Jalen Johnson goes ahead of James Harden there. Donovan Mitchell gets the pull-up there. Respect that. Yeah, the Gales got the other one, Maxey. That would be like my 5 poster boys graphic of like, Jaylen Brown too. Although people kind of expected the Jaylen Brown one a little bit with Tatum being out.
Yeah, I don't think that's. I'm gonna stop you there.
Okay, he doesn't belong on the graphic.
I don't think so.
Okay. But my initial graphic was correct?
Uh-huh. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Who's the best team in the Western Conference? Okay, let's make this pick first. What the fuck is this guy doing? He thought he took Donovan Mitchell's. He thought he took Donovan Mitchell. He took Davion. Oh man, he didn't realize the other guy.
Chris Nikola. I think Jokic might still be available for us in the player pool.
I think we were both team Giddey over Sengun. Solver likes Sengun. ETR likes Sengun, but this is very close in ADP. We're Giddey, right?
That's what I was doing earlier.
Let's do it, man. Let's do it. There you go. John saying that 90-point Cade slate was a Joker, Wemby, Luka slate. And maybe the 62 burger one of Cat was a Joker slate as well.
Yeah, I can't remember. All I know is I didn't win money those nights.
We get a Joker, Booker, Bronze team. That's pretty good. We get a Sengun. Siakam. Do you like Jamal here? Do we like to pull up AD? Do we like to pull up Braun? What do you like?
I need Jamal or Zual.
All right, let's do Jamal. I have a mental block when it comes to taking the Zoob's machine in the 3rd round. It's gonna punish me at one point, but
yeah, I think it might. Oh, okay. No, this guy's just
he's just having a little fun. Okay, let's I'm just gonna push the plane and let's rip another one.
Okay. It'll probably live, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see one more pick then and see what happens. Eggers has got the news for us. We got Ayton in. Okay. Any other Lakers stuff dropping as we speak? I will fire up. Marcus Smart out. LeBron James available. I'm seeing that.
Yeah, no Q for Luka, no Q for Reeves.
Perfect. Nationally televised. All the boys want to show off. I guess we could talk about 6-round scrolls and stuff as we go here. I was actually
asking me a question about the Western Conference.
Yeah, who's best team in the Western Conference? Not the Thunder.
I gotta think about that.
It's fucking hard, man. Like you go Wemby-less Spurs, you got the Nuggets with the Joker factor, you got the Rockets who look like the most complete, but and they're long and got good D phrasing. Lakers. I mean, Lakers, they're number 2 or 3 in the West right now. Them and the Rockets are like neck and neck.
I'll say Rockets.
Yeah.
And then I'll say Nuggets. Like, this is full health.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll say Lakers. All right, fuck this guy.
Yeah, hat tip to Jonathan Isaac. We'll just take KD, and then I'm going to push the plane and draft the rest off of ADP because this guy decided to be a funny guy.
And then, so I said Rockets, Nuggets, Lakers, T-Wolves.
Yeah, Wolves are always kind of just like low-key overlooked in that conversation. Yet, what have they done? Like back-to-back Western Conference Finals appearances or back-to-back?
They got to get it together. Finch is canned too. They've been losing too many fourth quarter games for Finch, but like they love Finch there. So
yeah,
it's just, and then sneaky, maybe not so sneaky, but Spurs next.
Okay. Even without Wemby.
Well, full health, I mean.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Yeah, the Clippers are 5-15. Yeah.
They're like fucking ass.
Yeah, like the Clippers are worse than the Mavs, and they're the same as the Kings, I think. Or like thereabout.
But here's the thing. Let's assume Bradley Beal didn't die. Sure. Like, you were not getting 30 minutes a night from Bradley Beal.
Right.
What were you thinking?
Right.
What were you thinking? You're the oldest team in the league, and you had Bradley Beal. Mm-hmm. Like, what was the goal? What did you think was gonna happen?
Yeah, I mean,
you have Kawhi Leonard on your team. You put Kawhi Leonard and Bradley Beal on the same team, and you wonder why like shit is starting bad because like the coin flip of bad scenarios took place.
Yeah, I got you. The Friends and Family draft here. Luka going number 1, so we get a Joker team here. Miller Times hanging out with us. Sanjay Rich, Cheetah Bear, who won a slate, I guess less than a week ago, and the great Sam Olson, who won a slate of his own within the last 10 days.
This will be very interesting to pay attention to because I want to see if Sam Olson makes like a quote unquote bad pick. Like,
interesting.
Will he just like make a pick at a not good ADP to have it? Because like the people you're really competing against are not making those type of picks. It's really like what I was like trying to articulate is like when you're doing post lock sims or you're simming against like a field, like in the field that I care about, like you kind of know their player pool.
Sure, yeah.
Like you kind of get leverage against the sharp players by taking those quote unquote bad picks, but they have them, but like at a greater clip than just like hope Hero falls 5 picks, hope Bam falls 5 picks, and then you have 6. Like actually having a portfolio of these overdrafted players because like they can still hit.
Right.
Like it's Tyler Hero, like yeah, we think he's overdrafted, but like we already laid out, he can have a ceiling game very easily.
Yeah, I've been really thinking about this dynamic quite a bit recently. Like, I mean, not necessarily through the lens of like winning these games, but like sustainability of these games, because every single night we get 9 games of hoops, and like the projection, fragility, and difference between like the players that you're taking and sacrificing is like fractions of decimals. So like how can you consistently be the best at like choosing the fades every night, or be the best at like choosing, because everyone's privy to the knowledge of their projections are worse than their ADPs, right?
I think leaning into recency bias is one thing.
Like from a ball knower's angle.
Yeah, just like buying what you're seeing. Yeah.
Okay.
Right, Spida.
Yeah, I will just say I think this is the end of a tier. Like the Booker, the Booker, Mobley, Sengun, Donovan Mitchell. I think it is a tier break.
Yeah,
In
and
my
you're not going
opinion.
to see Spida with Jokic often at all.
Yeah. And it happens because, Sam Wilson flips the board a little bit, does the giddy thing there. So he's not just replicating the same combo of Mobley plus Harden every time.
Yep.
Sengun's a fine pick. Booker's a fine pick. Like, it's not like we're like jumping up and down, but like, yeah, it would have been nice to get Franz alongside it. I don't really want to do the Jamal thing. I kind of want to do the AD thesis thing, but I am scared of the minutes here. Could also talk me into LeBron. Who do you like?
Let's do AD.
All right.
If
Get a
there's
little game
efficiency
correlation.
happening from the Denver side, let's play more possessions than expected. 80 ceiling game. Yeah.
Okay. Davis dropping off another Badge Bros membership. Shout out to Hit. Give him some love in the chat. You
This
happen to be
freaking
the
guy,
recipient.
man.
And sometimes you have to soft fade yourself. Well, because so I'm thinking about it through two lenses. So I played a couple. I played some nice lineups on the redacted for. What did I play? I played the Spy, the Red Zone, something else, and something else on redacted this weekend, and I played Ty God doubles like a boss because I'm fucking sharp as hell, right? So I played the Ty God doubles in those contests and whatnot, and I was like, the concessions that I'm making there is to spend up at like elsewhere, but like in our lobbies, like the sacrifice in projection is like so massive to play like a Ty God skinny, even if it is just like in like the bomb, for instance. Like I'm never gonna play like the Ty God skinny because the sacrifice is just like so huge relative to what was happening that like it doesn't open up another door for me to like get up to JSN, to get up to
Right.
HN, because it's just like, oh no, you're just rolling a draft slot for
Yeah.
those avenues. So like what is the next wrinkle to draft games or the next wrinkle to, sustainability in this that makes this like always a constant puzzle to solve and less reliant on like RNG at times?
Yeah, I think it's like identifying what the sharp players are doing.
Yeah.
And like
It's a copycat league.
yeah. I remember whenever I was like hotter than the goddamn sun last season, like I was just like fully nah waving projections. Just like nope, like not doing it. You guys are doing this, I'm gonna do that.
Sure.
Like I'm playing, I'm trying to get ahead of like, the movements and things like that. We were getting K'd at like ADP 12 for a while last year. Like this is Durham for you, right?
Yeah, I just clicked it and it didn't appear, which is
Yeah. So when what's crazy is you click it and it doesn't hit. It's actually queued up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it occasionally happens sometimes.
Yeah, and like there's times when it happened to me, I'm like, fuck, I'm not clicking the star again, and it went through.
Yeah, you can't double click the star because then you unqueue it up without it.
Yeah, you kind of but it's weird if you do click it again though, and it stars. Like you actually have to triple click. It's so weird.
Yeah, triple stamp, a double stamp, Lloyd.
I told him about it.
Yeah.
Bridges look at the Miles Bridges. See, I love that. Because like nobody is pulling up Bridges to that end of the board. He doesn't project good, so they're not going to do it, and he's not going to fall to pick 36. So that's fun.
Does the flag one there? Bam, Bane, Bane in a scroll feels good.
Yeah, I'd be MPJ, but Bane's fine.
MPJ more?
Yeah, but Bane's fine.
Okay, no, let's do it. We're drafting a team together.
All
right. Michael Porter Jr. it is. So we got a Joker plus Donovan Mitchell plus AD plus Jalen Duren plus Michael Porter Jr. thus far. I would say the uniqueness angle of this team is the faller encapsulated by Donovan Mitchell, and then the pull up of AD. My Spida Choka lineup is unique. I would say ever so slightly. I mean, I wouldn't say it's like crazy unique by any stretch, but now that we definitively have like the rule outs of like Garland and those guys, like it's definitely going to project better than lining up. But like it is a pretty, quote unquote flat tier after Cade, JJ, and Harden. And then there's kind of like a tier of 5 that can be mix and matched, I would argue. And then I would say Franz is the highest of the next tier.
Yeah. Yeah. I had more Jokic Spider than I realized, but maybe that's no longer happening.
Sure. There's the projection darling double scroll of the Suggs plus Onyeka. I like that play from Sam Olsen.
Yeah.
Sanjay Rich has a really nice, like, strong projecting team now. And then see if he scrolls with this last one. We could start thinking about our pick here. Vooch feels good. I'm not huge on Keynote. Man, it's a little thin.
It gets a lot of thin, yeah.
Yeah. Norm Powell's not terrible. Wiggins wouldn't be terrible. Kevin Porter Jr. is like fun from a ceiling perspective, but I don't know if he'll play enough minutes in his second game back to matter. Ayton goes there. I think I'd just pound the table for Vooch.
Yeah.
Like they like Ryan Rollins. Nah feels okay too to play the Nah stuff off of the Duran. But I do think Vooch feels best here.
Yeah, I think Vooch is the answer here.
Yeah. All right, let's rip another one of those. We get a Joker, Donovan Mitchell, AD, Duran.
Can we go pick them real quick? I do have to get going. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Let's rip one. What do you like? Not this one.
Let's see what's
Jefferson and JSN.
Oh man, that was so sharp. I don't care. See what's happening in the triple double department.
Yeah,
nothing really going like that. Let's see here. What do we say? We like Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
I mean, I like him a lot relative to his props.
Okay. Little slide on the PRA or slide on the points?
Maybe points.
Okay. I don't mind this.
Take the points to like 20.
Yep. Get them up to 1.8.
Let's do Duran. We'll go PRA Duran.
Yep. Respect it.
What else did we say that we liked?
Onyeka. Franz.
What's Onyeka props look like? 27.5.
Not really. Boards opposite Duran, probably negatively correlated.
Yeah, there was somebody that I thought I saw that I was pretty interested in.
Slide Nah.
What's Nah?
19.5 points. 26.5 PRA.
I think the PRA angle.
Okay.
It kind of does a lot.
That's 11 extra. Just do PRA on Nah, PRA on Duran, and then we slid Reed Shepherd a little bit. Gets an extended run, second night of back-to-back.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a 40. We got a 40 extra there too. All right,
beauty.
40% boost. Share that with the people in the chat. Lock in my selections. All right, share that one in the chat.
Nice.
There you go. I think there's one more question here. Davis is just dropping off memberships here. Favorite 6th round pick The nuts and bolts of them. No leans.
For who?
Favorite 6th round pick. Period.
Favorite 6th round pick? That's tough because it's been a minute and I know so much has changed. I'll say I like Benny Math, man.
Yeah, I like Benny Math too. He was the first name I clicked.
Like if Suggs still counts, Suggs.
Yeah, if he's there. Suggs and Onyeka will project the best. Dyson will be as well.
I'm gonna be so fucking annoyed, dude, if I play Onyeka with my last like 50 entries and he puts up like a fucking stinker again.
I like Vooch, but if you want to get more contrarian, then like Dyson will project well. I think if you want to get more contrarian, you can play the Miami angle of doing like a Wiggins or Powell or Ware if you think they start double big against Z. Yeah, I think Benny Math would probably be my favorite on that list, though.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, let me rank it out, just not to confuse people. I think I'd rank it out like that. Onyeka, Suggs, Vooch, Dyson, Benny Math, and then these are kind of like the contrarian scrolls at the bottom. Dude, I got a soft spot for Montas tonight too.
I'm not with you. I'm sorry. Not a Montas guy.
Okay.
You got a +1 from Awen on that though, so that's a better endorsement than my negative endorsement.
Okay. Yeah, I'd kind of like frame it as that. Yeah, we've been like 2.5 hours now. I'll rip a draft or two of the NFL one, but yeah, I'm not gonna do like full breakdown. We'll do it as we go here, but okay. I will rip Primetime Palooza for the people.
Well, thank you for your service, John. Good luck with the NFL and the NBA, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.
Sounds good, bro.
Good night and good luck.
Good night and good luck indeed. All right, one more spot here, Primetime Palooza. Just got a Joker, Booker, Mitchell, LeBron, Duran, Benny Math team. Skolansky's for days, my guy Joseph. Skolansky's for days you were collecting right there. Unreal. All right, let's do this. Jackson Dart back in our lives. You can play him naked, put him on the cover because he's just fun. Everybody's going to want to play the Dallas and Detroit game because we've seen both those offenses go nuke in recent memory, and it's a dome game, and both secondaries look really banged up. Offensive lines both have some injuries, but most notably, I kind of just leave it at that, actually. If we go back to Unabated for a hot second here, just to share, tonight's game, 7 by way of the Patriots at home, 46.5. The Lions game in Detroit there, 3 at home there, 53.5 there. Big Q tag on the slate is Amon-Ra St. Brown. Obviously on Thanksgiving, he got rolled up on from behind. I don't think Amon-Ra plays, but if you can take it in the last round, I would just take it. I think it's a punt quarterback slate. I'm team CD over Pickens still. I really like JMO. I like doing like the CD plus JMO if it gets there, but I imagine Car Park will probably do Javonte plus JMO. We'll see here. I'll take CD first. As you guys can see, the solver best available, just ignore that or X out Amon-Ra on your own because they're just going to give you Amon-Ra every single time. I don't think he's going to play this week. I don't think he's going to play. And I think that's reflected in ADP better than projection right now. So we'll go ahead. We'll take JMO in this one. Pretty standard start to the rooms here. Some interesting like fall in the end zone back end running backs here. I think Tracy's ADP is a little high, Like New England hasn't allowed, well, they've allowed one rusher over 50 yards this season. And it was that Sean Tucker game for Tampa Bay. And it was like 60 something yards. Like it's not a good matchup for the ground here. And Jackson Dart coming back, like we don't know what he's going to look like with the new coaching staff. Dayball was letting him run wild. Like hopefully he continues to run wild because that's the fantasy value of it. But yeah, I'm David Montgomery over Tyrone Tracy. I could do a little bit of a Dak thing here with the CD. I could do naked Drake May, or we could find a stacking partner. As you guys can see, the tight ends get pushed up because tight end is extremely thin on this slate. Yeah, I'm going to take Montgomery here and play Detroit through these two and then see what Car Park does at the quarterback position. And then we will have a decision to make. He goes ahead and takes Theo Johnson. That's how thin the tight end rooms are. As once these three run off the boards, like people are really clamoring to not be last to take tight end like we were there. Let's do something a little funky here. We'll take Drake May and see if we can set up either naked Drake May, or we'll set up a contrarian skinny stack of Drake May that not a lot of people are getting on. Some of the scrolls that I like, I think Darius Slayton is a little underpriced right now. I like the idea of doing like a Slayton or Hodgins little skinny stack with the Dart stuff there. What else was I looking at earlier? Yeah. Austin Hooper as a contrarian, like just lever to pull off of all the May plus Henry teams that'll exist. I'll scroll past the Bellinger tier. Ross Dwelly, we saw, just basically have 3 targets, not have much of a role there with Laporta and Zelstra out. So, yeah. Mac Hollins is probably like the chalk here, which is like probably fine. But let's try and scroll a little bit. You know what? Let's scroll even further, man. Let's take a little Malik Davis in our life here. Broke off that 40-yard run up the middle, scored a touchdown on Thanksgiving. Nobody's going to scroll that far. Short week, backup running backs. As you guys can see, Car Park going double tight end and taking the Brock Wright Q tag. I'm going to stick to my plan here and go full contrarian tight end and do the Austin Hooper mini stack here. 4 targets last week. Obviously, things have changed with Keyshawn Boutte coming back and into that offense. So like maybe the target share won't be as strong, but hey man, all it could take to separate, if you don't get like a big Henry game or a big Ferg game, all that you might need is like 4 to 5 points from your tight end position. We get a really strong, unique ADP start with like the Lamb plus JMO being chalk, then adding Montgomery to it, and then Drake May just being like a little bit of a faller. That sets up nicely. And then we go double scroll with it. We take a Malik Davis and we take an Austin Hooper. Yeah, Mac with Boutte back. I think it's fine, man. Like Keyshawn was like the stretch the field guy. Mac can still be like big body red zone. They're 9 or 7 point favorites at home. I don't know. Like they're just like a good ball club right now. Like they look like they deserve to be like top of the AFC. They look like they deserve to be like, 10 win team right now. But like in terms of fantasy output, like we haven't seen like full ceiling from the Patriots in a minute. If I'm playing like pretty heavy on this slate and I'm only going to play like my 20 entries or whatever, I'm going to be doing like a lot of, like the Dallas plus Lions game. Like that's the stuff that I would be concentrated on. I'm not as bullish on the Giants this evening. I think both the ADPs of Tyrone Tracy and Wan'Dale Robinson are a little high there. I like the Tesla stuff just in a vacuum. Like he's a freak athletically, and Scott caught a touchdown pass last time out. I'd be trying to mix in a little more Tesla than the field. I'll rip one more here, see what it looks like, see if we can get something a little bit different. Wow, the Battle Royale is already out. for Dawg Bowl week. People getting frothy for that. Tucker, what are you doing? Come here. Sit down. You don't have to do that. Yeah, got to go Hooper if you don't get a top 3 tight end. Yeah, I like the shout. I like the shout. Yeah, I think it's pretty easy to play Drake May naked and play Jackson Dart naked. I think it's a really interesting angle to the slate to play Jackson Dart naked, but then play the other game environment. So you stack the other game, and then you just hope that Jackson Dart is the highest scoring quarterback on the slate because he runs 2 in on the ground. Yeah, I think the Giants, most of the pieces on the Giants are pretty overpriced for Jackson Dart coming back. And I think I'd like to play Giants primarily through the naked dart angle. That's just kind of my read on it right now relative to ADP. That's what I saw in my first couple runs. Yeah, that's just like the game theory dynamic. Dave is still dropping off Membies one at a time out here. Love to see it. Appreciate you, man. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 from him and 5 from our guy David. 10 Membies on the day. We'll make good on them tomorrow. Tomorrow it's going to be Membies only. The strength of the slate in terms of depth is definitely wide receiver position opposed to running back position. Which means like Javonte probably feels like the best click here. But let's do something a little funky. Let's just flip it a little bit here, and we'll go ahead and we'll take Pickens and Jameson Williams together. Jameson Williams thesis hitting like a day. Jameson Williams thesis hitting the week after I jammed it is so annoying. 61% on the week before. And I guess you could make the case that like, hey, because Amon-Ra got rolled up on, that's why he pushed it. But yeah. Appreciate you, my friend. You guys are goated. Love the shows. Appreciate you. Yeah, 3 more this week, and then a whole bunch of live ones. Tons of Badge Bros stuff coming this week. I'm excited for Dawg Bowl, guys. I'm really excited. Kind of a unique start there with the Gibbs plus Javonte as Nerd City passes on it and takes Diggs. Who are the slate break flex scrolls? Let's see. Turpin has that ceiling and also has the special teams touchdown ceiling. So Turpin could be a guy. Ramondre could fall into the end zone a couple times and ruin the slate. Devin Singletary could run into a couple touchdowns and ruin the slate, but he's probably less likely than Ramondre, so I'd probably rather play the Ramondre side. Tesla feels like my favorite pick back here. Slayton would be second. Then Turpin, I think. We've seen Hunter Lukey get a touchdown this year, receiving touchdown, but probably not chasing that dragon. I like David Montgomery more than Tyrone Tracy. We could go ahead and do the Dak thing here, but let's go ahead and take David Montgomery and Theo Johnson. Just not be the guy froze out at tight end this time. Theo Johnson had a decent rapport with Jackson Dart early too. Yeah, Malik could break another long one, Noah says. Absolutely. Took him in the first one. Work wouldn't let you leave even if you qualified. I'm sure there'd be some exemption there. I'm sure you'd have some leeway if you told them you were going to get a free trip and compete for $200,000. I'm sure. Still, the quarterback's getting pushed in this room, which is an interesting dynamic. Dak goes first. Naked Dak by the looks of it. Unless nope. naked Dak by the looks of it. All right. This is probably going to be a Drake May pick here for the Keyshawn Booty stack. Yeah, the Amon-Ra Q tag is kind of like the big crux of this slate. If you play him out versus in, like I got him in the 6th round earlier this morning, and I'm like, that's probably just a swap. You know what I mean? Okay, so Nerd City concedes that he doesn't want Jackson Dart and wants to set up the Goff Tesla. I would rather have Jackson Dart on this team than Goff when I have David Montgomery, because I want David Montgomery to score one on the ground and JMO to score through the air. And I want the ceiling game from Jackson Dart. So Jackson Dart's going to be the quarterback on this team. We could take Ramondre for a red zone opportunity. I think I like that best. Yeah, I mean, we could stack up Slayton. We could stack up Hodgins, but the Hodgins emergence came with Jameis, not with Jackson Dart. So let's play two. This is a pretty logical lineup here. Probably going to be replicated in some regard because it's not overly contrarian. But we get a little Jackson Dart skinny to Theo Johnson. That would probably be my favorite Giants skinny stack on the slate. The Wandell one will project better, but I like taking care of 2 birds, 1 stone with the flex or with the tight end position rather than with a flex one. Ramondre cannibalizes the 101 by scoring, and David Montgomery cannibalizes the 102 by scoring. You play those guys as the touchdown merchants, and then you just get Pickens as WR1 on the slate, JMO as WR2, Jackson Dart QB1, easy game. Kind of a fun team there, but nothing overly unique. Definitely some scroll ability still available here. All right, guys. Yeah, the Ross Dwelly stuff, I'm fine with it. 3 targets last week. I think you're probably better off taking Brock Wright, and you take the Q tag and then swap. But yeah, I would take the Brock Wright Q tag, stay on the clock, and then swap to Ross. I wouldn't just draft Ross right now, even though it's probably still going to end up being Ross Dwelly as your pick. I think it's just sharper to do the swap thing. I think Austin Hooper's probably my favorite of the back end guys, and I guess we don't have Anthony Ferkser in the tight end pool. Okay. So yeah, I would probably take Brock Wright and then swap. That's kind of like your leverage angle. All right, guys. Do me a favor, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. Go check out Unabated for their Cyber Monday deal. Go check out the Solver with promo code SOLVER20. Get yourself 20% off there for their Black Friday deal. And then go ahead and check out the Underdog Masterclass if you want more Badge Bros times Pete content there. 40% off of that for the DFS Masterclass with promo code TURKEY. Those are all our Cyber Monday deals. We'll be back tomorrow. Be members only. Wednesday will be forward facing. 2.5 hours of basketball and football goodness. Much love to the community for showing out. Much love to Davis for all the memberships in the chat. Much love to David for the other 5 memberships. See you guys tomorrow. Everybody's favorite time of the show. The end. Peace.